right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. Listen, I just dropped an article and we're going to get right into the mess. First and foremost is we're going to get right into it. Welcome everybody that is here on the particular episode. We want to thank everybody that has tuned in to the Wiley Show. I believe it is amazing. We got our mugs here, okay? And I just got off the phone with some people. This video, you can pretty much call me a troll. I take that. I'm a troll. I take it, baby. Okay. Now, when y'all come up on in here, we got a lot to discuss. First of all, we're going to get right into this particular video. First of all, on last night, we decided to talk about how Al was being very jealous of Armon Wiggins. Jealous to the point he was calling him boy, etc. Just extremely jealous. And people were saying, oh no, Wiley, Al is not jealous of Armon Wiggins. It is a generational gap. I say the word jealous. I say intimidated, right? So we had Armon Wiggins back in this different regard because I felt like he feels some type of way that Armon Wiggins is glossy, look good. He's the best look thing on the block compared to Funky Dineva. Y'all see how Funky Dineva look and compared to Armon Wiggins. Let's just keep that real. Like, you see how Funky Dineva look, and you see how glossy Armon Wiggins look. Like, you can't even compare the two. It's like having a brand new pair of shoes or going to get somebody from the thrift store and getting you a pair of boots from the thrift store. You know what I'm saying? When you look at Armon Wiggins, these are a brand new pair of sneakers, and then you just starting out, you just got the Holy Ghost, you just got saved, you need to go get you some church clothes, you got to go to the thrift store, and that's all you can look at. You got to go to Bible study. That's all you can dress with. So, get to Armon Wiggins look way better, right? But we came out and we said that Al was jealous of Armon Wiggins. Now, many people was coming at me and judging me and whatever. I don't give a darn because I'm going to say what I got to say. I said Al is jealous. First and foremost, Fox Soul blocked us out of the YouTube chat. They blocked us out of the YouTube chat. Honestly, I don't give a darn about it, but I say that ain't gonna stop me. That ain't gonna stop me from talking about this situation when it comes about my thoughts. Okay, who cares that we blocked? We've been blocked by Unwind with Tasha K. We've been blocked by Armon Wiggins, Hollywood Unlock. So that's on another list of who we've been blocked by. All right. Now, once we reach and go to that next level, they're going to have to unblock us anyhow. They're going to be calling our people. Oh, we would love to work with Wiley. I don't care they block me because you're still watching me right now. Because we about to get into Fox Soul. Because obviously, it's some going on over there that we got to discuss. And we just talked about it, so I need y'all to share it. All right? And still send emails to Fox Soul. We ain't done with y'all, Fox Soul. Because Armon Wiggins said something, and I want to know, is it true? On the behalf of independent, non-union content creators like myself. I want to know, is it true or is it a lie? And we're going to say it on our powerful platform. Come on, talk back to me in the chat. All right? We gonna say this in honor of Queen B. Moore's birthday. On the behalf of every black non-union employee in the last day of Black History Month, I want to know, is it true? Come on, somebody. See, when you do all this talking, I'm going to bring it up. I told y'all, listen, I'm going to be quiet. I'm not going to get involved. I ain't going to be shady, but it could change on the next day. Today is the next day, baby. I threw in the towel. Now I'm snatching it back. I got the troll here because somebody is lying. In honor of Queen B. Moore's birthday. I could do it all the way. Okay? Now, you got me started because somebody is lying, and I need Claudia, I need Al, I need Foxo to explain to me. Let's put him onto the docket, baby. I can't even wait and do this at the end. We got to do it first because it's on my mind. And I'm turned up early in the morning, and I didn't have my breakfast. So I'm a little bit turned up, you know, and I don't get my breakfast. I get a little turned up. So Armon Wiggins did a show. And he said, well, I lied to get on Fox Soul because they said this is a SAG after production. This is a union production. You got to be a part of the union. So Armon Wiggins said, when I got the phone call from Claudia or from Fox Soul, I lied to them and said I was a part of the union. So you mean to tell me, Fox Soul, all I had to do with y'all is lie and said I was a part of the union? Let's just say it is true. Fox Soul, y'all are in the business of hiring liars? Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me y'all in the business of hiring liars? You have to be a union member. Technically, when you apply and went on there, agree, you lied. I just want people to understand. You lied to get the position. You lied. And to the non-union members that I was on a phone call with, I had to call Conscious. I got on the phone with Conscious. I said, listen, this ain't about your mentor, Larry Reed. This is about business. We'll argue about Larry another day. But I want to confirm, did Claudia say that you would be on Fox Soul? Yeah, she said on my platform. I said, but did she tell you, because according to Armon Wiggins, he said you got to be a part of the union. No, she didn't say anything about that. Because I was wondering when I was going to be on there, blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, that's all I need. Bye-bye. That's all I need, because I'm just trying to be like, okay, I'm upset about the lies. Because why would Claudia get on a platform of a non-union creator and tell this non-union creator with a wig that you gonna be on the show, but this a union production, according to Armon, and we all know that guy ain't part of no union. Because last time I checked, Pedo Larry Reed ain't running a SAG after production. Now they running some SAG, but ain't nothing but balls, bumps, superbugs, a dookie fest. And last time I checked, when I talked to the people at SAG Actor, they do not have any union members on the dookie fest Larry Reed live production. So when it comes to Armon Wiggins, liar, number no liar. I knew we couldn't trust him because them teeth in his mouth, that ain't his teeth. That's fake, false teeth. So we know he's a liar. Okay? And then he say, I don't lie. You a damn lie, liar. Because you said out of your mouth, I told them I was a part of the union. I lied. Now, when you go back to your press tour, all you so-called weak journalists with not a fortitude, you ain't got no good texicals, it's peanuts down there. You're desperate. I hope that y'all ask him some follow-up questions, Milagro Trash. I hope you ask him some questions, Sleepy House of Aaron. You're nothing but a drunk and a sleepy drunk. I hope y'all can ask him some more follow-up question while he's in that new studio. But I wonder, did he finesse his way and lie to get that studio with a CPN number. You know he's a known scammer. So I'm not shocked that he lied because the man got a criminal record for fraud. Milagro Trash, you didn't ask him that question, heifer. Now, I know I'm going to get people that ain't going to have the texticles to post in the chat. You're going to wait till the video is over. You're going to say I'm jealous. You're going to say I ain't going to never happen. But I rebuke you to the pits of hell because I am making it because you watching me on your television screen, heifer. You're watching me on your cell phone, weak dummy. I done already made it because you're watching me now using your data. You're watching me now. I have made it. You watching, dummy. Now let's get back to the lies. He said, I'm eligible because the women found something back in 2005 that I did a production. Okay. They went all the way back to 2005, so now you're eligible to pay your $3,000. That's what he said. I need confirmation from the union because I was on television back a while, so is that SAG? I don't know. But my thing is, you lied when you first got on the show. Okay? I'm just understanding. So that's the point that Fox sold. And then Flame Monroe, you low down dirty dog, you said you don't have no integrity. You lie. Are you going to say the same damn thing to this liar? He lied and said he was a part of the union. He misrepresented the union with a lie. Sat there in a lie. He admitted it in an interview. I'm a part of the union. I lied at first and I had to rush to get in it. Talk back to me in this chat. I'm right. He lied. Now, I know some of y'all ain't going to go and listen to them boring interviews because it's going to put you to sleep. But fast forward to the part where he said he's part of a union and how he lied. Why would you tell us that? That's a great question. Crunch Babe 1. Now, I understand people going to say, Wiley is a hater. No, I'm not. I'm exposing a liar. Because he said it. Sit down somewhere and shut up. You're going to get a rebuke. Call into the show. I dare you to come and defend him and come on camera. Because ain't no use of you trying to troll behind that. I want to see your face. I want to be able to smell your breath. And we could drop the link. And you come on here because he lied. And come on out here. I want to make sure that you sit here and you come on camera because you love to type. Come on camera and defend your words. I want to see how you going to defend this liar. It came out of his mouth. How can I hate when the man with the fake false teeth said it? That man right there. That man right there said, I lied. Talk back to me in this chat, Miss Jordan. Your name is a Jordan. Now I'm reaching back out to Fox Soul because I don't like that y'all are promising us non-union creators an opportunity when it's a union production. But you allow this liar to finesse his way into the position. He lied. lied. Finesse is a urban ghetto term. He scammed his way into the position. He lied. And the devil will try to change it. Don't call it lying. Call it finessed. Because it don't sound as bad. It's still a lie. You can call me whatever you want to call me. But on this particular case, I'm standing on truth. This brother is a liar and a deceiver. I say it from the heart. Because I'm not afraid to expose this liar. And a fraud. He committed fraud. So, yet again, he committed fraud again. I thank everybody for viewing this broadcast. And I know you don't like my delivery. But ask me, do I care? Just ask me. The answer to that question would be no. I just had to personally say it from the heart. And when I brought it to the public, I got a phone call. They said, it just doesn't make sense. Why would they say union? And then why would he lie? Why would they agree? It don't make any type of sense. I'm just trying to bring it to the public and to say, this brother lied. Now, is we upset that he's on Fox Soul? No. What I'm upset about is he deceived and lied his way into the position. And it set a precedent to the people that is coming up that you got to lie your way into the room. So he shouldn't be mad at Jason Lee because let's put Jason on the screen here. Because last time I checked, he said that Jason lied and finessed his way with the nonprofit organizations. That's what this liar said. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, it's not 100% that he will be picked for the position because we just got word that people is now egging on and saying they want Madison back or Dustin back or whoever. But my question is, I know T.S. Madison's a part of the union. I know you T.S. Madison's part of you. Is Dustin a part of you? So I have more questions. Then he must have took a position because this used to be his mentor. So my thing is, if you are congratulating Armon Wiggins of being a liar, then why are you upset when you think Wiley lied? That don't make sense. If we are congratulating this false teeth having liar, then you shouldn't call out nobody that lied. You should congratulate them. So shut up. Stop with the fake outrage. This brother had lied and admitted that he lied. I did send it over to Jason Lee. I just want more details because, again, I'm not a part of the union. But I know he is. I know he's a part of the industry. Can you do more research here? The only thing that is different, I like to say it out in the open. But this brother like to do stuff behind the scenes. So I put it out there. And then you said, if he would have put me on a tour run, tell him to come on the show right now. So we can ask him a question. Why did he lie about being a part of the union when they offered him the guest host during the first week? Do you want him to do the tour now? Because we damn sure ain't going to be talking about that new studio that he may have finessed to get. Let's drink a little bit more. Do you understand? So we saying what we saying. I know the public, and I'm glad to see these new voices in here because it's triggering people to talk. Because I'm causing conversation. I just want somebody to make me understand how he was able to lie, and there is no outrage. And this is why Trump will get reelected. And Claudia, for you to sit here in my DM and to talk about how you got a disdain for Trump being a liar. You let this man lie to sit beside you? You are not in a moral position to talk about President Donald Trump and his lies? Shut up! If you ain't gonna get your black brother in line, shut up about the president or the former president of the United States. You are not in a moral position to utter a word about Trump lies when you allow this man to lie about being a part of the union. I don't want to hear you even utter Trump. Shut up about him. You said he wanted me to come on the show. You said, see, you just answered my question. You wanted him to come on your show during the tour run. I said I would have gave him the best interview because the interviews he did was boring. Okay. Earl said, so what? Calm down. I am having a seat, but I'm going to stand on truth. If you don't like it, call in and defend your moment. To the end, I will speak. Last time I checked, I got through a microphone. I will speak. I wait. Brothers and sisters that are listening to this broadcast, thank you for tuning in early. And while we at it, let's bring Tasha K up on the docket. While we at it, let's bring her on the docket. Then we're going to get into Diddy. While we at it. So Tasha K, she did a show called Tea is the New Wine. And many people still is sending me messages about this show. And I will say this. She is trying her best to compete with Fox Soul. Fox Soul. And that's what she's trying to do. Because when Fox Soul do their replay, she airs her show live to go toe-to-toe with Fox Soul. And the same formula, the same drive. Only problem is that she don't have a panel that is dedicated to the job only, a consistent panel. She have multiple different panelists. But The reason why I am excited is because she's opening the door for other Black creators and they don't have to be a part of the union. Let's take a drink. They don't have to be a part of the union. So I love that. Tea is the new wine, or tea is the new wine, or wine is the new tea. Either what, it's a great idea. I say it from the heart. And many people were bringing my name up in the chat, in the DMs, all this stuff. And it's crazy. And then, wait a minute. We're going to go back to Armon Wiggins. Wine is a new tea. Wine is I like the wine is a new tea. Anyway, so I think it's a great opportunity. Hold that thought, Crunchy. I'm going to go to that comment there. But I feel like it's a great idea. So I get a phone call from a creator. Let me take a drink. I'm not going to say this male creator name, but they're messy. So they get on the phone with me, this male creator, gay male creator. That's all I'm going to say. What do you think about it? And I said, first of all, I believe that it is a great opportunity because they brought Couture Bay in this particular conversation. And again, I know I'm being recorded. I'm not stupid. I say I believe it's a great opportunity because, number one, it shows the world that Tasha K can work with Black women. She have a problem with the dynamic of working with Black women. And they feel like she wanted to be the only one. So that is the perception. And then people were criticizing her, saying she don't put people on her main channel. So I think this is a great look. This is a dream for new creators to have this opportunity because this opportunity did not exist for a long time. So this is great when you're starting out. This is great when it's starting out to get that opportunity. So that's what I said. And I got off the phone. There's no need for you. First of all, we don't F with each other. This particular gay male creator, we don't F with each other. There is no need for you to call me. There's no need for you to inquire about my business or who I am friends with and who I associate myself with. But you were being messy. This gay male creator. It's always the gay ones. The women, I don't have a problem. But these gay male creators have an issue because you being messy. Talk about Armon Wiggins, how he dumped you. Talk about that. Don't bring me up in this stuff because it's stupid. That gay male creator. So I said that and I stand on it. So I wish the show went. The reason why I don't review the show, number one, I don't review the show because I be up at that particular time. I don't like to watch YouTube that early like that. So what I do, I focus on it. Got to pique my interest. That's any show. Whatever topics it is, it got to pique my interest. And if it don't pique my interest, I don't watch it. But what I do watch, if they talked about Larry, we talked about that. They talked about T.S. Madison, we talked about that. It have to feel like it have to pique my interest of what I'm into. The same way if I talk about something you may not be into, right? So, but I do address it because every time I go live, I get these DMs. Anyway, but that was that. Now, let's go back to Armon Wiggins. We addressed the touch. I want to get that off my chest. Armon Wiggins, let's get him back on the stage here. Now, someone said the SAG member rules you need 3 union gigs. So the MC Hammer gig, the Tory and Megan spot, and Fox Soul gave him a 3rd gig. The issue with that is the Tory and Meg was not a SAG after production. He said he couldn't use that. He also couldn't use he could probably use Fox Soul. And he said what he didn't even mention Fox Soul. He said the thing that got him in, this is his words, Crunchy, because it could be all a lie. He said that the thing that got him in was back in 2005 when he performed for MC Hammer as a dancer. See, again, this is why when I listen, he said a black woman, because he got rejected by the white folks. This is Armon Wiggins' words. He said when this black woman was on the line, she said, wait. I see you in the system. I see you did something in 2005 when he was in high school. And it was the MC Hammer thing when he danced background. He said, well, you never know what you do years later, how it would help you. That's what he said. Period. I heard it with my ears. And the reason why a lot of people didn't listen to it in entirety, because it put you to sleep. It was a boring interview. But what piqued my interest, him talking about the union. And I listened to it. So that was the point. Now, if that is true, what Crunchy research did that give a membership to a person that don't buy their own metrics? He didn't even follow if this is a true metrics. I have not verified that because, again, I am a non-union content creator. I'm independent. I'm just saying. Now, if anybody know anything about the union, come school me. Either Armon Wiggins not telling the truth or he's still lying. I'm just saying. He went to jail for lying. Anyway, now. Anyway, okay. All right. Somebody check behind me because that was a quick. So that's my whole point. That's the point. But at least Crutch can hear that I'm not just getting this out of thin air. I heard what I heard. Mm-hmm. We got one more topic to get into. We're going to go into the phone lines. We got one more topic to get into. All right? Okay. Now, and then we open the phone if y'all want to call it, because I know most of y'all at work. Let's bring up DJ Academics and Meek Mill. So we're going to do a full breakdown of Diddy, this whole lawsuit, and we're going to read the documents, right? So everybody can be educated or informed about the 76-page complaint. I'm going to read it beforehand so I can make sure I get all the big words. I don't have to stumble on and struggle with it on camera. So I'm going to do that after the broadcast. But one of the things that came up was Meek Mill being mentioned in the lawsuit, being mentioned in the complaint, like just being mentioned, and his sexuality was being mentioned. Okay. And shout out to the people that have been talking about this, et cetera, that I want to read it on Complex. They had a headline saying Meek Mill and DJ Academics trade insults over sexuality speculation sparked by Diddy lawsuit. Meek isn't happy that Act mentioned his name while speaking on the new misconduct lawsuit against Diddy. They say Meek Mills and DJ Academics are in a middle of war on words over a new lawsuit that Diddy has been hit with. On Wednesday, the Dream Chasers Balls took to X, formerly Twitter, to rip Academics a new one for suggesting his name was redacted into lawsuit Rodney Lil Rod Jones filed against Diddy, which mentioned a host of other parties, including Justin Combs, Young Miami. They have so many other names in here. They said it all kicked off after Meek took issue with a clip of academics reading from said lawsuit. It's important to note that Meek's name is not viewable in the lawsuit, but many are speculating that a redacted name featured in it is referring to the Philly rapper. If the redacted name is Meek's, it is also important to note that the person is not accused of a crime in the suit. What the F? Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in intercourse with rapper. That's redacted. He's a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. DJ Academic said, reading from the 73-page lawsuit, which you can view here. He continued, yo, Meek, we were playing around with the Michael Rubin S word, but if you don't N-word, you then tweeting about everything on planet Earth. If you don't get a Twitter rant saying you about to get Lil Rod K-word you about to S up his block, B word up his mama house, this N-word saying you and Diddy was fornicating. What the F, Meek? Meek Mill responded on X, formerly known as Twitter, the way you N-words coming on the sick now. I can't wait to meet academics, LOL. They know I drop tomorrow. This day damage control. This net getting too weird. Academics, this is a quote from Meek Mill. Academics, didn't I tell you to stop playing with my name? I don't know what I'm going to do when I actually see you. It's going to have a combination to it, though. Meek Mill said in his rant against DJ Academics, the way you N-words coming on the sick now, S-I-C-K, now, I can't wait to meet academics, LOL. They know I drop tomorrow, T-O-M-A-R. This day, damage control, this net getting too weird. Academics, you said he didn't believe, academics who said he didn't believe the claims made in the lawsuit against Diddy replied, what? I mean, wait, did you blame me for what a lawsuit said like I just made it up? Question? LOL, no way, LOL. I don't even think Meek gay. But it's weird as F, he got on Elon Musk's Twitter to blame me for what a lawsuit said and promoted a song, LOL, dog. You know you can just say that's not true. They're lying. Bruh done dropped his trailer more times than SoundCloud link he had. He trying to use it as promo. LOL, that's odd to me. The promo academic was referring to is reference to the EP Meek announced he's gearing up to drop. Meek continued, be a word, ain't gonna play no games with me. They trying to do damage control, the same thing they almost trick y'all with Lil Baby. Academics, an alcoholic fully powered by the white man. Who you think posting that on every website? They be so mad they can't stop. It's a few groups, LOL. In return, academics said Meek was burnt out and that he's mad about the speculations around his sexuality. Meek said, I'm from Philly. I don't do coke or freaky A-word Molly. Meek said to academics, suggesting the rapper does drugs. Nobody even offered me coke because I'm that heavy, he continued. No man or what would ever approach me about gay activity. and the whole place don't get flipped. Woke up seeing this on every blog like they know I'm coming. LOL. He continued, that's why I always come around all you industry N-words with my real friends. You never catch me around nobody from the industry alone. You can't even hold a convo without my dogs stepping in the room. It's been that way. I can't tell y'all find out I'm the illest in this S word, LOL. And somebody send me the actual lawsuit. These blogs making y'all stupid day for day. On the other side, Act Addict, Meek Mill, I promise nobody in the rap game envies you, N-word. You got dropped from Atlantic, then said you heard exactly what was planning against you, N-word. You flat out just fell the F off. Who you think is in the room conspiring? Let's try to stop Meek Mill. We are jealous. You high? Excuse me. This isn't the first time Meek academics have had issues. In 2017, Meek was allegedly upset that Act didn't post his album Wins and Losses, and that eventually led to them arguing on social media. Doing an interview with the Breakfast Club, DJ Academics revealed 21 Savage helped them squash their beef at the time. 21 put us on the phone, and I got to salute Meek as well, because I don't think a younger Meek Mill would have been on the phone. I think Meek have shown a little bit of growth. He said, I was down to have a conversation with him for like 4 or 5 years. We've been on DMs, but it's never been a real conversation. He added, we didn't have a real conversation. It was one of, let's stop the petty BS to each other. If we're not gonna be going all the way with it, let's try to mend and build towards something that could be amicable. Okay, that doesn't mean going to be best friends in a club popping bottles, but we shouldn't be at each other's necks. Okay, so this is the point that I want. We're so focused on the gay stuff, but we are ignoring the criminal behavior, the assault, the R word. Let's focus on the crimes. Who cares if he's a bottom? Who cares he dropped the draws for Diddy? He won't be the first rapper to do it or the last rapper to do it. He was in jail. Most people that went to prison and cells had dropped them draws, had licked on some sausages in their mouth, and in their mind, I just got to do what I got to do because I still get horny. I'm still going to turn it in with another man. That ain't no big woo-rah, okay? So I would not be shocked if he was kissing Diddy, got attracted to Diddy, or whatever the case may be. He would never consider himself being gay, but yet he's attracted to men because that was pretty much his lifestyle. He learned it from the prison. He learned it from getting his background from Philly and all that. Most dudes around him deal with other dudes. It's an unspoken code. Who gives a darn? What I care about is the crimes. I care about assault. It's not illegal or busting it wide open with another man unless you in Ghana, unless you in some part of Africa, or some parts and Saudi Arabia. But as long as you are in America, and if you legal, you can drop them draws for the same gender. Hashabababa. That ain't the problem in the United States. Would have been a problem in Ghana. But we're not in Ghana. We are in America. The problem that I have with this is that y'all rush to ridicule him because he like Diddy balls in his face. That ain't the crime here. What is the crime? That Diddy have our word allegedly, according to this complaint, allegedly done this allegedly. And it's alleged that he like men, allegedly. I have to say that for legal purposes. It is alleged. Will I be shocked him busting it wide open for a man? No. In the gay community, he would be considered as being the trade. The trade. But I'm going to say allegedly, because I never witnessed him. He never had his balls in my face. He never had his cheeks in my face. We never got it in the bedroom. Do I want to get in the bedroom with a person like Meek Mill? Absolutely. That is a bottom's dream. I will be a bottom for her. I'll be submissive. I will be a beta in the bedroom for Meek Mill. But it got to be consensual. And it would be very consensual with me and Meek Mill if he ever tried and pull it up. All right. Anyway, or pull me down or shake me down or loosen me up. But I just have an issue with the complaint, and I'm still going through it. We're going to be back tonight to talk about the 73-page complaint of this guy. Let's put him on the screen. And we'll come back to DJ Academics. This guy, about what he did to these boys, to these men. And see, he did a lot of illegal activities. Civilly activity. That's going to get civil. He's spent off. And if he didn't do it to Cassie, he should have never settled. Once you settle, the floodgates gonna open. I believe Diddy, because Cassie was the strong case, you settled, and your lawyers told you. Any good lawyer in the United States of America would say, well, sir, if you do settle, you're going to open yourself up to more legal bills. Did you have somebody else at the table? Well, sir, it's looking bad. You're losing deals. You need to settle. He decided to settle. Obviously, whoever predicted that more suits would come from his team was telling the truth. There is more cases that he's fighting. He will be in legal limbo until he dies. Now the floodgates is open. His estate will be fighting legal limbo. His children is getting legal limbo. His children was mentioned. One of his sons was mentioned in the Cassie thing, not as being committing a crime, but just being mentioned in the lawsuit. That's why I'm glad the courts are getting smart by redacting some of these people's names, because if Meek Mill's name was really mentioned, oh my gosh, Meek Mill's at the freak off. He taking people badussy. He taking people cakes. He giving people his balls, forcing it down people's throats. It would have been a shit show. So I'm glad the courts are getting smart by redacting these people's names, because they're going to get dragged in there. There's no different thing about the Epstein case or the Epstein list. They named Donald Trump. Well, did Donald Trump do something? The lady said no. Everybody was shocked. They wanted that lady to say, oh, yeah, he did something. And she said no. Donald Trump didn't do nothing. Everybody was afraid about the list just being mentioned. They didn't, because the perception would be y'all was up there with 5-year-olds, you know? So I get it why you don't want to be mentioned if you're not committing. Don't mention my name in it. But because Diddy is powerful, all he hang around is powerful people. He ain't out on the street getting Pookie and Ray Ray. He would have been exposed. He get other powerful people that he could finesse and mold and groom to do his business. Well, you sound like he going on a toilet. That's what it was. And he have muscle. What diluted his power is now the white power structure dumped him. You're bad for business. We're going to go and get another rapper to boost them up. You're done. Even though we knew about all these freak outs, we didn't care. But now the world knows you're sure you're on your own. You're getting dropped. They dumped him. Canceled him. Brands abandoned him. He's done. That's it. Hopefully he saved up enough coins, enough investments. He's done in the entertainment business. Nobody's going to want to work with the freak off. They're done with him. He have been canceled, and I have to say allegedly, but allegedly he's canceled, allegedly. Ain't no allegedly about it, baby. He is canceled. He even mentioned that I'm a victim of cancel culture. No, you are you settling it. If you didn't want to be canceled, you should have fought Cassie in court. But you couldn't, I believe, because I got a brain, I believe you didn't want to fight it because she had all the evidence. That's why you settle quickly. Ain't nobody gonna settle quickly if she just blatantly just lying. It's this big conspiracy. You settle because she had the evidence. Problem is, you settle so quickly, every victim that got the same type of evidence, they went to their lawyers. Okay, they did that. Even this particular person, this is why I disagree with Armon Wiggins. He needs to do his research. He made it seem like I don't believe the person, but he didn't read the 73-page complaint. That boy didn't read the 73-page complaint in my Al Reynolds voice. He didn't read it. So he assumed he didn't read the documents. That boy didn't read it. So that senior citizen, Al Reynolds, he read it. He read the newspaper. Al's the type of person that will screw, eat cereal, put on his box of briefs, and put on his cologne, listen to his jazz, and he reads a lot. You can tell. And that's why he told him, like, boy, talk to him like he was a little student from the 3rd grade. You didn't read the documents. You don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. You didn't read it, boy. Shut up. He didn't do his research. You can tell Armon Wiggins, he got some weaknesses on that show. Let's put Armon Wiggins back on the screen. We done with Diddy. We know he have done some freak offs. He done. Now, Diddy, if you still want to do some freak off, put me, I'll go one of your freak offs and do it with you. I do. I signed up right now. I already got my bag packed. Hold on one second. I already got my bag packed. When you want to invite me to one of your freak offs, I'll go to one freak off. Carisha, please, her cousin, sauce, that time. I already got my bag packed. You already canceled with the celebrity. They don't want to do it with you no more. Come on, book me. We come up to freak. I ain't got nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? Put me, you still got money. I'll go. You want me to go on and dribble in some chocolate sauce and bark like a dog and all that stuff? You whoop me with the sausages. Go right here. You put me a little money on the side, invest in my show on the side. Baby, I'll do it. All right? Just send me a deal. Ain't nobody going to do it. I signed an NDA. I signed 5 NDA. Okay? So, invite me to the freak off. I go. Tyler Perry, if you want to touch on somebody, get them drunk on Hennessy, pay me on the side, I go. Chris Keys don't want to do it, I shut up and take it. I take that sausage. Take this sausage. You want to put on that Medea wig and wear my backside out, or you want me to wear your backside out with that Medea wig? I do it. I take it. I'm right here. I ain't got to be a part of the union. You pay my union initiation fees. You want to pay my union initiation fee? I'll do it. Crush Babe said, wait a minute. Crush Babe said, wait. He said, don't go that wild and they're going to have your name redacted on the lawsuit with a footnote. The bottom said the non-union content. Oh, man. Okay. They said, now, Wiley, when Wiley started coming on camera with Gucci turtlenecks, we know the check. Wait a minute. We know the check clear. They coming on with some Gucci turtleneck. Okay, baby. You see them teeth? White. Baby Gucci turtleneck. Oh, it clear. Baby, my mama gonna tell me, oh, this one got money. Okay, did you already? I ain't even got to say it. Y'all gonna notice that. Anyway, shoot, he look good. It tastes good, man. Please. Anyway, okay, give me some of that golden lubrication. Okay, now, yeah. So I'm back to Armon Wiggins, and then we open the phone line. He just got to do his research because, like, when you do those type of topics, I will never forget when Monica had me on a show. This is my first time ever talking about Real Housewives. I don't talk about Real Housewives. So you know what I did? I went back to the Real Housewives of Potomac, like season 1. I watched as many seasons, and what I did was I repeat the person name, Giselle, all the people there at the time. I'll write their names on the wall, on the glass. I'll put it on the window. I'll put it in my phone, and I will watch it over and over and over and over and over again. I will go outside and listen to it over and over and over and over again. Watch the storylines, and I will never forget it. It was an episode during the pandemic, and like it was an episode during the pandemic, right? And one of the women didn't want to get up and take her kids to school. What's her name? She looked like she white, and her husband was a basketball coach, and she didn't want to get up. And I said, "Oh my gosh, she's depressed. Mothers go through a lot." And I started talking about the library situation. She's just tapped out. Got that depression. Blah blah blah. I would never forget that, Robin. I would never forget that because I really watched that, and I would take notes. I would literally write stuff down, and I'll be ready for it. Because like Monica, this is new for me, right? I'm on this panel. It's new for me. So I'm on the show with Buffy. I'm on the show with all these type of people that are really way bigger than me, and their bank accounts are bigger. So I just can't come. I got to be able to go toe to toe with these giants, and I did a good job. So until one time I took my medication, I went to sleep on one of the episodes. I was high. Oh, not high. I was oozy because the medicine was powerful when I was taking it. Anyway, so I was on the panel, and I did my research because she would tell me what we talk about the show, and I would do my research. I just feel like Armand have to do his research because now if he do have the show full time, you have to research political stuff. You need to be watching CNN. You need to be watching Fox News. You need to be watching Roland Martin. You need to get as much information, and you need to read stuff. And then you'll fall. Maybe you'll fall in love. Maybe you won't. But if you're going to do this show, and if you're on the show, it's going to heat up politically. They're going to be talking about the debate. They're going to be talking about, especially in the next couple of months, they're going to be talking about the DNC convention, about the protests, about all this stuff, about Biden mishaps, about Trump mishaps. You got to be able to go toe to toe. The problem that I have with that particular panel, there is no Republican voices. Like there is no conservative voices. Everybody liberal. And I don't like that. I like to hear debate. I like to hear liberal. I like to hear conservative. I like to hear that it's just a good how my brain works. I like to see like a threesome. I like to see a top and a bottom. I don't like to see two top. I don't like to see three tops doing a threesome. Somebody got to be a bottom. That's boring to me. Three tops, what they going to be doing? Just slinging thing around, slinging the microphone around. Like it got to be a bottom. Somebody got to take the bottom position. You know, I'm just saying how my mind works. You know, so you got to be able to read different stuff, right? So, and it's so many apps and different stuff that you read. So anyway, to help him out because some of the topics he just don't know what the hell he don't know. I can tell he's not into it. And please, Fox Soul, and I heard that y'all give him the topics. Armand, you can't be lazy. Like, I don't like it that y'all just give the topics. No, you got to let him prepare for this because if this was real television, y'all know y'all do production meetings. Y'all done got Sherry Shepherd up there and just give her the information 1 hour before showtime. She got that maybe a day. If the show aired like 10, she's at the show about 7 something in the morning doing meetings to prepare. Like, because clearly I can tell this man, half these topics, it's a disconnect, and he's going to be set up for failure. And Armon Wiggins, you make sure you do your research so you don't be a failure. That's just me trying to help you because you be out here drowning because you don't be reading. You don't know nothing. Then you try to try to read it on camera. We know you reading on the screen. You should have did your research, but don't get lazy. You said you really want this, right? You finesse your way doing the union. Okay, baby, you still got to work. Because just showing up with a clean shirt and white teeth and a crispy Ultra HD camera ain't going to do it, baby, because we still going to be seeing what's coming out your mouth. And we really going to look at you because it's Ultra HD. And be like, what the hell he talking about? He ain't do his research. And you really, you got to do a little bit more research. That's the only critique I can give him. Personality-wise, you know how to, but do your research on some of the topics. I mean, not on all the topics. Because when that camera on, you got to bring your best in every episode. Period. Period. oh, because when I went, and y'all, I kind of feel bad because in my carry-on bag, I did have my microphone. It was in my carry-on bag. And so when I interviewed the Alderman Lopez, okay, I knew the questions that I was going to ask him because I've been talking about it for months. You see what I'm saying? So I understand that. So, because like when me and Claudia go back and forth and talk about immigration, I got my talking points. She got her talking point. I guess she liked talking about political stuff. You really can't make it so political because Armon Wiggins will be lost because he don't talk about politics at all. So you would be lost in the sauce, and you need somebody that's going to challenge you. I want to be challenged. Like I would love to be on Roland Martin show because it will challenge me to be better. You understand what I'm saying? I love that challenge. I'm not intimidated. I actually feel like, okay, but I lost that round. Okay, let me do some more research. That's a great challenge. You feed that energy. I like that. I think it's great. Most people run away from it. They're intimidated. No, I love that type of challenge. I love being in a space where I know I don't know as much, but okay, you got me this time. With my research, I'm coming back. I love that, and it's entertaining. Anyway, that's all I was saying about that. Now, okay, we're going to open up the phone. I want to make sure we talked about everything that we put in the title. We did? I'm excited! We talked about everything in the title, because sometimes I be forgetting. Like, what in the world are we going to talk about? Let me see how y'all did with the likes, because I didn't even tell y'all to like the video. Okay, y'all did probably decent, 54 likes. Need more likes, but I'm not going to beg y'all and tell y'all I'm going to leave YouTube and join TikTok because you didn't like it. Because you'll like it anyhow. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. But if you didn't like the video, like it. Let me put that little plug in there. And I'm gonna open up the phone lines and let you all call in and give y'all thoughts there. If you want to call in and give your thoughts. Hold on one second. Let y'all call in. If y'all want to, because I know y'all at work. And I got the job. Oh, should I tell this story time? Yes, I'm going to tell this. Who, me? Yes, me. Okay. Shout out to that comedian that I got that from. Who, me? I love that. But let's talk about it. So it was an opportunity for myself to get, this particular job. And I really wanted the job or whatever. And the reason why I don't feel comfortable or I don't get too excited, let's put the Wiley Show logo in here because I'm talking about me now. The reason I didn't want to get too excited because of the background, you know what I'm saying? If y'all didn't know the library situation, that's on my criminal background. So that always comes up. I've lost jobs because of it, because of the video. I've done it. And I've lost it because of that situation. You know what I'm saying? Somebody be petty, fining, blah, 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 whatever. So same thing. He called. I knew it was a great vibe. And he called me this morning, the supervisor for this position. He called me this morning. He said, well, this came up on your background. And I knew it. I said, okay. What is this? Can you explain to me what it is? What happened? And I explained. I didn't go on all the details. I made a long story very short. The points. This, A, B, C, and D. And I felt like he was so happy that I told the truth. And he said, I believe in second chance. What I just need to know, you'll know by Friday. I said, okay, cool. So while we're doing the station head show, he called back. He said, listen, I believe in second chance. I got second chance, third chances. I want to offer you the position. And I was excited because I just kept it real. I didn't try to hide it. Many other cases, I try to hide it or act like it don't exist or whatever. I just owned it. I owned it. I know what I did. I owned it. And because I owned it. And it was great because I was able to tell more of my testimony because people don't understand, when you have a record, it's hard for you to get an apartment. And if you on probation, like I was at a couple of years ago, I couldn't get an apartment. Reject. I was paying application fees. I was going down this strip of apartment complex, went to each one of them. All of them said no. And I paid probably about $500 in application fees. And then some told me, I didn't over embellish. Yes, just stick to don't over embellish. Stick to the point. I went to one of the apartment. I talked to this brother. I said, "Why did I get rejected? All because you're on probation." I said, "But where's the deferred and blah 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 blah." Don't care. They done. You know what I'm saying? These corporate people very strict. I said, "Okay." So I went home. Thank Theo. He allowed me to get an apartment with him and get on the lease with him. But not get on the lease. I was his roommate. He was a leaseholder. I just paid my share of the rent, went on the lease, right? Got a key and everything, right? So I was able to do that. And I said, okay, I know this is not going to last always because I don't put my trust in people like that. Because I know Theo, he can go and travel. He got a new man. He got to get married. He's that type of way. So I said, let me go and research. So I researched how to get off probation early, make sure you do everything. So I'm just paying everything. The pandemic comes up. And then I'm hearing from other people, I'm hearing just round that you can pay $5 for, I was doing community service at a church because I had to do so many hours of community service. He said, well, they are saying you could pay $5 an hour, but check with your probation officer. I said, okay, cool. So I called him up. I said, can I pay for probation? Can I pay for my community service? He said, oh no, Mr. Wiley, I'm sorry. That's only for people that's got about 4 or 5 months on their probation or whatever. Not for you, because you're just new and fresh on it. I said, okay. So then I go back. He calls me. I call him, whatever. I think when we did our meetup on Zoom, he said, yeah, you can pay for it now. And so I said, let me go and pay for it because I was taking off work to do community service, but I said, I need the job to pay the probation. You see how that go? So I do the probation. I pay the fees, paying everything. And due to the fact that my probation was like deferred probation, it wasn't like felony probation. It's all different levels. But mine was deferred probation. I believe I'm saying it right. I'm not a lawyer. I believe I'm saying it right. So, and if I'm wrong, correct me because I know y'all would do it. So I'm just research. They say, well, you can file a motion to get off early if you didn't commit a new crime, if you didn't fail a drug test or whatever the case may be. So I said, okay. So I'm just paying for some, forgot about it. And then at this time, the viewers are sending checks. They're sending cash apps. They're sending money. At this particular label, sending money orders, checks, whatever. They were just sending big amounts. And I'm just putting the money in the bank, give it to probation. And give it to the people. I just whatever. And I wasn't keeping really track of it. Not like that. I wasn't keeping track. And I had more money. Somebody sent some more money. I think somebody sent, I'm going to say $40. Oh, that's going towards probation. They said some more probation. I'm like, okay. And because I knew I paid off the community service hours. I knew that, sent that in. I said, sir, if I have a problem with the website, it ain't taking my money. He said, oh, let me check. There's no need. Your everything is paid. I said, are you kidding me? Over the $30,000 is paid off. I couldn't believe it. He was like, yeah, you was paying all this, blah, 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 blah. I thought it was a mistake. I just couldn't believe it. This gotta be a mistake. I didn't have blah, blah, blah. And so it was not a mistake. And so I ran to the Google. I contact my lawyer. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he done practice or whatever. I couldn't get in contact. Like he just poof disappeared. Right. I said, okay, cool. Let me Google a lawyer in the county that I was accused of this whatever on probation in. Let me contact somebody in the county. So I contact this legal this law firm. I told them the situation. They said, oh, yeah, I believe you qualify for that. We can file the motion, but it's up to the judge. It's up to his discretion. I said, okay, cool. So he said, well, you got court this day. Don't miss it. So I took off work at court. I get a phone call from my lawyer. Ring. The judge approved the motion. You're officially off probation. He signed it and everything, stamped it, whatever, and he emailed it to me. I couldn't believe it. I said, wow. And then I rushed to this apartment complex, and it approved it. They allowed me to get, some said no, but out of the 5, let's just say 3 said yes. And I was able to get an apartment. Yeah, so I understand that, even though that's still following me around, whatever job I try to get, other great jobs. It was a job that was paying almost $29 an hour. They said no because of my record. It used to make me cry. I couldn't understand it. But once I was getting these rejection, I understand people now. I have a more of an understanding. Oh, okay. And then I just did YouTube. I did focus more on YouTube and focus more on this. And the other jobs said yes. And the other jobs said, well, we did your check, man. And da. So no, it's fine. Didn't drag them, didn't cuss them out or whatever. That's their job. And I always say, thank you, sir, blah, blah, blah. And the other opportunities started coming up. And I said, okay, cool. And I thank God for that. Like, it was nothing but God. And then when I walked in the room, because I'm blessed, like God, like when you're trying to be on the right path, and because of my connection with God, I know he's gonna do it because I asked him to. I said, Father, I need you. I need this more now than ever. And he know I needed it. And so when I walked in, when I met it, I said, it's a great vibe. You know what I mean? I felt good about it. And then I said, okay, blah, blah, blah. But I knew that question was going to come up. So long story short, I thank God for that. That it was a blessing, because YouTube, you can't depend. For me, I can't talk, because I had a problem when I said for YouTube, but let me correct it. I'm talking about me. I saw like a shift. 1 month it be good, other month it don't be good, and I just can't depend on that. I couldn't depend on that. Bills got to be paid. I didn't want my mind to be like, dang, I'm $800 short on rent. I can't go to them and be like, well, they was $800 short paying me on YouTube, or I ain't want to hear that. You're going to get evicted. And it messes up your credit. So I was like, okay, I don't want to depend on that. I never just want to depend on just that. I always wanted to my mind have always worked on that. Like having that plan B. Like, you know what I mean? Like one thing on having that, my minds have always been like multiple streams of income. You know what I mean? Not just one. So that's how I always get it. Because I don't want to, I want to always have A, B, C, D, all the letters. I've always, because when I talk to like people that got money, they got multiple streams. This person got the trust fund. This person got the Bitcoin or stocks or CDs and this properties and this rental car. Like I like, you know what I'm saying? I like, I like that multiple streams of income, because I talk to a lot of people with multiple streams. So I like that. I just love that idea of having multiple streams of it, because you know what I mean? I like that, if that makes sense. And so it was really good having that moment and still able to entertain you guys, entertain the public and everything like that. And so thank God I had to share that testimony with y'all, because you could share so much bad news, but come on now. Can we share some good news? Can you congratulate a brother? Amen. Love you. Amen. And that's why I don't have no excuse when people say, oh, I can't find no job or whatever. You have to really sell yourself. You have to have faith, and you have to pray. You have to put your resume together. It's some things that you can do for. I agree with Armon said this. You could do some a decade ago that could help you now. Me doing at CNA was a blessing, because it showed like, oh my God, this man was able to get other jobs and do it well and great reviews. You know what I mean? So I felt like that was a blessing. It looks really good of my resume of the things I was able to accomplish and do. And then people that remember working with me, they'd be like, hey, this man, and shout out to Miss Julie. This woman has been giving me references for a long time. She said, this man was one of the greatest employees. On time. He's not in mess. He just do his job. And she said, anytime I needed him, he would come. Like, and we had a relationship. And mind you, she got fired from the company that me and her worked at the time for defending me because they wanted to fire me. Not because I was doing a bad job, but because of plain on racism. Some of the families did not like that we were singing gospel songs, even though it's spiritual. On Sunday, they didn't like to see me. It wasn't even like Kurt Franklin gospel songs. It was whatever they religious purpose. They was Catholic. We learned some Catholic hymns. Some of them white racist family, they didn't like that. They hated the fact that my mom's singing for this black man, because in their mind, mom was racist, but mom got a little dementia. She liked black people now. So they couldn't, and the man was like, but what is he doing wrong? And he was like, I think I got to let him go because the family, they don't like, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, but what did he do? Julie told me this years ago. She told me this. She said, I said, but what did he do? He didn't do anything, doing his job. And so she shared that, and they let her go. And they never let me go because I guess, they feared that if we try to let him go, that we have this white woman that confirmed that we let him go only because he's black. So they just let me stay. And then eventually he was screwing the DON and he eventually left. You know what I'm saying? He had like bow legs. He eventually went to corporate and all that type of stuff. He went on to corporate. They went on to let him go to corporate. That wasn't none but God. They allowed me to stay there until I left. And I didn't even know it because, them prayers work. Somebody that prayed for me, baby, just because somebody prayed for you back in the 20s, that prayer, some of us living on prayers from grandma prayed for you back in 1990. Some of us is in prayers before I was born. I'm living up on them prayers. You know what I mean? Because you connected to blessed people. Come on, somebody. You connected to blessed people. So it's going to come on. So it's like that's what, and I didn't even know that was going on. And mind you, this man, we talking and blah, blah, blah. I never was the type of black man, put my head down, talking to white people. I always look eye contact, very professional. I always, quote unquote, they say cold switch. I did cold switch, but didn't have to do much cold switching because I didn't have to switch to be respectful. I was just respectful due to my religious background. We respect people, right? Respect people of authority. I didn't mind submitting to authority because I submitted to my leader. So yeah, so I remember that. I remember that because she was so amazed how this man will get on the train and the bus and the snow, and because at that time I was working in Inglewood. I was living in Inglewood, going all the way to the west suburbs, like white folks, with money I never seen, money I never dreamed of. I never knew about trust funds and this until I worked there. I said, whoa, I never knew about CNA until I worked there. I didn't know nothing about it. I was just a janitor. I won't say janitor, environmental services, providing the cleanliness, because if we didn't have housekeepers and janitors, it would be a lot of infection. So that's a very important position to my housekeepers and janitorial services and sweeping trash and floor. That's a very important service because if they quit, it will spread, germs will spread like fire, So I just feel like that's what I was doing. And then a lady at that job, she said, why don't you do this? I didn't know what CNA was. I just knew that I liked working with the elderly. I was very professional, helped them. And she just said, man, I see how you help the people. You're such a good worker. How about you never thought about being a CNA? I said, no, I never thought about being a CNA. What's that? I know, because I didn't know they went to school, but I just thought they just did it and you'd be trained to do it. So I was driving and literally just driving at that particular time. I had a car. I look up. We was on King Drive. And I just looked up in the sand. We got class for CNA for 3-4 weeks and blah, blah, blah. Payment plan offered. And I just called the lady. And this was a black woman, a nurse. She had owned her CNA school. I think it was Nirvana Institute on the south side. Now she have a school on the west side. I went there, took the class, took it serious. A lot of knowledge I knew because I worked around CNAs. Took clinicals. it was a lot at first, but I loved it, if that makes sense. A lot of people, oh my gosh, the smell. It didn't bother me. I loved it. I love just working in that environment. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't afraid. We our clinic, we were so good at the little group we had. We almost did like a full shift. Like I didn't even want to go at that particular, because I was doing something new. I felt like, and I still do with that job. I felt a professional. I said we are healthcare professionals and stuff. Until my sister said, "You ain't no nurse," but I said, "I ain't stunned what she's talking about. Grandmother, I am a healthcare professional. Let me check your blood pressure." I will never forget it. So and that helped me, introduce me into something, right? And I told him, I said, "Well, I wish I would have stayed as a janitor." Not saying that because I like the schedule, because I had a great schedule, like 7 to like 3 or something, like Monday through Friday. That was a perfect schedule. Like with CNAs, baby, you starting at 6 to 2, 2 to 10 to the 6, and not just scheduling. And somebody told me, yeah, the residents like you now because you a janitor. It's going to change once you become a CNA. Oh, no, my residents love me. They love what I click. But it did shift. That person that told me that was the truth. I'll never forget it when I first got called. Get out here, you N-word. You colored. I dropped everything and I ran in that bathroom and I cried. I don't understand. She called me a N-word. She called me a color. I couldn't believe I never had nobody call me an N-word. When somebody white, of course, black. But it hit different when they white. Baby, I ran in that bathroom and I cried. Oh, did I cry? Get your hands off here, you N-word. And they say it with so much conviction. I was like, oh, Lord. My eyes was watering. I need to break. I told the nurse, I need a break. I ran in that bathroom and I cried. I blew my nose. I was just blowing my nose. I was like, Lord. So it took like professional people that have been in the business for a long time. Wiley, you had to understand, like Marquise, they're elderly, they come from a different time. And then once I knew, because I didn't know nothing about dementia, so I started educating myself. And shout out to that particular company, because we would go to corporate and go classes. Shout out to that company. We would go there, and I was there year after year after year. And then I started learning. Then I was like more seasoned. Like I can take it. Then it didn't scare me with seeing dead bodies. You know what I'm saying? It didn't scare me at all. It used to, not anymore. If I see a dead body, I will clean them up. I will put the little towel under their chin. So so their mouth won't just be out. So it was like that. Put it right there. Clean them up. Or make sure they smell good when the family come, and make sure they have snacks like water, juice for the family. Make sure the chairs, make sure you out of the room but close enough if they need assistance. I was very caring for them. Then I witnessed some that was on their deathbed, and they would talk and they would go down memories, and the family was like, that is so beautiful to see the family around you, and they see you take your last breath. And I see somebody just take their last breath. They were like 80, 90 some years old. They was old, and the family was right. I said, that is so beautiful. And I said, they said, but why do you say it's beautiful? I said, it is beautiful because you live your life, and we all have to go. I would love to go out that way, where I lived a full life, and my children, my great grandchildren, everything I work for, that's it, is your family. You know what I'm saying? And then when I saw that, then when I started seeing more, then I saw how business was handled with how your insurance is handled. I ain't seen nobody arguing over the insurance show. But how we gonna bury mama? Put a go for everything was just handle. I love that. And because that's it. That's what you have as family. That is your legacy, is your offspring. And I love that. And I really, really, I love it was a beautiful sight, because not too many people get to see the end and to see how it goes. And I was able to witness it, in that particular end. You know what I mean? So yeah. And I did it. And I remember, and I was so good at it, other people will be, oh my gosh, what? Reggie's coming in the room. I think this person's I said, calm down. And I politely go get the nurse and different one, because they have to pronounce the people, blah, blah, blah. But you have to be calm in a chaotic situation. You have to be very, very calm. And I'll never forget it. You have to pick up. I remember when I would do I remember one time we was in there, we was doing a great thing for the residents, and we was singing, and one of the residents that they could be mean or whatever. This particular time they were nice, and it was just a great vibe. And it's a great vibe. It was one of the like greatest vibe. And I remember they passed away. They I just remember how you don't know when the end gonna be. And when this person passed, they was able to tell their family, like, they was laughing, they was singing, like it was just a beautiful day. It was, but they was already, if you all don't know what hospice mean, people be on hospice and different when you don't know. And people loved, that was the thing about one of your gifts. They love when I sing. They love different ones. Love I say. I've done that for the residents, right? I use my gift to bring them joy, and it was one of the best moments. Like I love like activities. It's so many departments in healthcare. Like activities is important. Singing for the residents is important. That's a great key. It does work for certain people. I loved it. It was like the Dimension unit was like the best unit for me. I really loved it. Many people didn't like it. I loved it. Because I just see these people every single day. They said, why do you go for RN? I just never did wanted to do it. RN, I never wanted to inspire to be a nurse. I never did. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't what my heart is. I love where I'm at now in healthcare. I never thought about being an RN. I never want to do it. Don't want to do it. But if somebody were to pay for me to go, I would do it, if that makes sense. But I just don't want the burden of you got to work. And I just don't want that burden with RN, because I've seen the stress. Because at all the facilities I worked at, we talk to RN students, and most of them I've seen a group of them come, and I see it come down to 10 people, because it's a very tough thing. And people have lives and stuff, and everybody cannot quit their day job to do nursing school. Everybody can. Like, you really have to focus on that, because you carrying life. You're like, and it's a test that you have to put. Now, half the stuff you're gonna do, you ain't gonna remember, because you're gonna be Googling, but you got to be able to get the license. So you got to be able to focus on that. And it will be a challenge for me to try to focus on that, because it's a very demanding thing. But I don't know. But if somebody come to me and say, hey, Wiley, I'll pay for you to go for it, I do it. I do it. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Because I think we need more male nurses. All the male nurses that I worked with was amazing. And it was one male nurse. This man was so good with wound care, with with this person had this diagnosis. He just knew how to do it. One of the best. He was a black nurse. He was amazing. It was just how he would help CNAs. The way how he did that unit, he would be able to go on his lunch break. He take his notes. He just ran the unit like the best. If anything happened, he just knew how to operate with the residents. He was amazing. And of course, you're gonna focus on it because he's the only male nurse. It wasn't many male nurses, so he just stood out to me because he just did a great job. So I love that how he just did his job, and he wasn't. I never seen him into mess. He just came there. We would talk, and he just knew his bit. A Marquis, such and such, and the communication was great. I would take my notes. He said, "Bring me anything that the resident's going through. I need to know. Let's communicate. Let's have a great shift. How it work. And then if extra CNAs come, he don't go trick. Well, it's most CNAs showed up. He said, listen, we ain't gonna let them know. We're gonna split this all up. You take this set. You take that set. You take that set, and let me know. I'm gonna get her up, because I know she difficult, but she like me. But I'm gonna get her up. Blah 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 blah. It was just a great vibe. It was a good vibe. And I like them type of nurses to work for. It would be great. Then you got some nurses. You got some nurses will sit their big wide tails at that desk and won't help you. See you struggling and won't help. They'll see about, let's say if I'm sitting at the nurse station, like this at the nurse station, and you see all of them call like, and you just see me trying to go and you won't get up and do nothing. Or then you get those nurses will get up and they'll turn the light on and say that shit. And they, most of the time, they need medicine or need to be changed. But I always say in meetings, when we have our little stand up in meetings, if the person needs to be changed, explain to them that we're coming and all that. Or, you know what I mean? Try to explain to them. Don't just put their light on and then we got to turn the light off and all that, because we already, and you know this. That's what we have. I always tell the nurse, and I always tell us as CNAs, like, we have to communicate and work as a team. I don't like that you stick it in your, we work as a team. And I like this one particular administrator, and I work with him, another black guy. He said, everybody answer our call light. And then somebody from the kitchen, who, me? Everybody. He said, everybody answer a call light. What do you mean? I just thought seeing that. He said, no, everybody in this building, this is everybody resident. Everybody answer a call light. But it all depends on that person. If that person say, hey, I want a glass of water, you check with the nurse and say, hey, can this person drink a glass of water? If the nurse approve, you can give them a glass of water. It all depends. It depends on what, but everybody answer a call. I would whether you go in there to see what's going on just to ignore it. Because he said, I look on the camera and you all are walking past the room. Everybody answer. If you're an employee in this building, everybody answer a call light. And the culture shift when he came in because everybody's, and it helped with the communication. I like stuff like that. I like when you are a team member. I love a great team. And when you find a good team, you bless. When you ain't got a good team, you stress. You are stressed when you ain't got no good team. I'm gonna just tell you that right now, because that's what I'm gonna say. Okay, you are stressed because you got to be careful. They said nurse going to tell my father he couldn't have anything to drink with his meal. I went, yeah, because I don't know why. I don't know why. Put that on the shirt, okay? Yeah, oh, that is a good one. Yeah, I like that. It's many different reasons why your father couldn't have it. You know what I'm saying? It's many different reasons. I know why you went off, because most of the time they should explain to you why you couldn't give him that what's the name? The water. Yeah, you got to explain to him. Like, they should explain. So you won't be like going off. So you'll know like the diagnosis, like the reason why. But yeah, I just want to share that. Okay. Anybody want to call in? Let me put the number on the screen here. I just had to share that. Anyone to call in? Thank you for all that viewing the articles. God bless you and thank you. She didn't want to get it. Oh, she didn't want to get it. Oh my God. I'm trying to take up for the lady. She didn't want to get up and do it. Ah! Okay, and I'm trying to take up for the lady. She want to get up and get the water. Oh Lord. See? He got it after I went off. See? That's lazy. That is lazy. I had residents, family that we want to give me tips. Cause I just when I even at the company that I worked in Chicago, she said, you're the only one that take notes. And bring your notes, because if you work in a supportive living, assisted living, you get a census report. Like, you get a census, like who all in the building. I love that. I love that. And I picked that even when I'm now working in a nursing home, I still need a census paper. I would write it down in a notebook because I like that. And you would know who is what. And I will write stuff down just like the nurse. I'll write this up. Okay, this person need to be changed. Okay. This person, this person, and so I never get to forget something because I will write it on a piece of paper. Now you have those that screw that, they don't do right because they don't take good notes. They don't care. You have a lot of people literally don't care. And that's why families, let me say this really quickly. That's why families, it is your job to go check on your loved one. You are a good balance to the system. I believe if the more family members are more active in their family care in facilities, long-term care, hospitals, it would be a better system because then you all will raise more hell. The problem is it ain't enough family involved. And mind you, this is coming from a brother that got over 10 years experience. I've been in rooms, rarely see any family members come. And you just hope that they're going to do it. And no, you need not coming every day because you can't come every day. But what you can do is to come when you can. And different ones come when you can. You have to be the advocate. And shout out to people that have called me offline, like, well, I got this question. I have people with stuff with the different system and different things. I tell them how to do. I tell them to write it down, send an email, check with this person, talk with this ombudsman, check with that person. I will help them. If this don't happen, send an email to this person, and things start to happen. And they was like, who are you talking to? They didn't even know you just talking to a YouTuber. But I know how I go. I know how to make sure that they get taken care of well. And this is how you do it. And now it's much better. But you got to know how to go. That's how I was trying to be the advocate for my grandma. All that stuff. And so that's why you had to be an advocate. You got to be there. And you blessed when you have those advocates. And yeah. And I see a lot of families don't want to do it because because you get some family members that get power attorney, that it goes to their head and they push people away. They don't even, most people that really try to have that type of power, they really ain't the ones that really active. The ones that really active don't have no power. It's really to be that way. I've seen it happen. I've seen people that shouldn't even be in there, they need to be in a better place. But because this person ain't got the power, it's up to what that POA want to do, especially if they ain't in their right mind. Sad. I've seen people put people in assisted living facilities knowing they family member need to be in a memory care. But you don't care. You're going to put whatever. It's out of your hands. And they can't even move them without their permission. I didn't like that. And that's how I'm like, if I have to talk to myself, my older self, my advice right now is to put the right people in the right positions. At the right. Oh, right. Thank you for that. Free tuition for medical school. Yeah, they had a donor that gave people. Oh, free. Okay. Is that the article that I want to see about her paying off those tuition? Yeah, that was a $1 billion donation in New York medical school tuition free. That was great. Because I remember I talked to a doctor and she said, people assume just because you're a doctor, you got money. I think she said at the time, $250,000 in student loan debt. Most doctors, they're living check to check. I said, wow. It's just good to talk to people. It's really, really good to talk to people. Okay. It's really, really, really good to talk to people. And I'm just keeping it real. And that's why our show is such a dynamic show. Like we talk about other things. Like I never forget it. We did a whole thing about daycare. We would send emails and different stuff. And we still do stuff behind the scenes because I don't just talk about it on camera. Until I'm like, oh, okay, let's do like a little update. We still got to do an update because about Texas and for Illinois, like especially for these southern states, because I still believe, and I don't know how to word it because I got to work with a good marketing person. I'm like, how can I word this? But I personally believe that if you are a working parent, if you work full time, the government need to pay for your child care. I got to see how can I word that? How can I write that bill? and just like submit it to a person. But I said it to so many people in Texas. They thought I was dumb. What? I said yes. I said yes, ma'am. I said if you are a working parent in Texas and you work 40 hours a week, the government should pay for their child care. Period. I said more people, and that helps the economy because if you don't have to worry about your children, you can focus more on your job. Who can focus on their job where, damn, my daughter, daycare, I'm gonna have to call off, or I'm gonna have to bring my child to work, and I can't do that. So if you're working 40 hours, just 40 hours, you're paying your taxes, you should be able to have free childcare. You already paying into a system, you're already paying taxes. And if we have that mindset in this country, more people won't mind paying tax because, damn it, they're getting something from it. Who want to keep paying taxes and damn, you still paying for your high expensive childcare, high expensive this? What are you getting from it? Like, what are you getting from it? And so, and that's how I was like telling the people, and I'm like, and then somebody was like, you need to run for city council, you need to run for state rep. But it's like, should I run? Because like this is stupid. This is like common sense. You know what I'm saying? We just voted to give childcare centers a property tax cut. So that's supposed to help to bring that. I get that. That's a great first step. But baby, skip through like that because some people probably won't even give you that cheaper childcare. It's like you're still leading it up to the system. They might say, oh, I got this good old property tax cut, but bitch, I'ma still charge you this. But if it's a mandate that if you work 40 hours, you get free childcare, that's to solve that, period. Period. Because that's a good incentive. So you to work a full-time job, you're still paying taxes, right? And this is more so should be a federal thing because you're still paying taxes. So why not? That encourage working adults to get a full-time job. Then you got to worry about your childcare costs, and you know what I'm saying. So, because once I started talking about this, like about 2 of my years ago, I didn't know when my barber was cutting my hair. I didn't know that childcare was that expensive, and he had to bring his child to my home to cut my hair. I didn't mind it, and he said, "Man, I gotta apologize. You know what I'm saying? I can't afford." To let all my boys in daycare. I can't afford. We got 2 kids. One of them, we was a little short. I can't afford to put both of them in there all the time. It's so expensive. I said, wow, because you have to pay for per child. You don't get a 2-for-1 special. I said, wow. Because his mom is at work and she had to work more hours. And I'm a barber and I'm usually off this day, but I still take my clients the home space because you make more money. You pay $100, cut it at home. That's double than what you charge in going to the shop. So, you know, I understand. And then I was telling him, I said, did you reach out to your state representative? He said, I don't know who my state rep is. We went to Google. We found out who his state rep is. I said, please send her an email. And this is what you should say in that email. I forwarded him what to say. Because we came up with the email. I forwarded him what he should say. And this is what you should say. And I said, you have to stay on it. And then tell your wife to send an email and you go to those meetings. Because in order for this to change, and you a barber, so while you cutting hair, you school the people, hey man, you got any kids, blah, blah, blah. You know, we need to reach out to our state rep. Who your state rep? You know, send them an email and blah, blah, blah. Let's go to the meeting and blah, blah, blah. And I was telling the owner of that shop, I said, you need to host Black parents in this shop and invite a state representative from many different to come and speak to these parents. You are a owner. He said, man, I like how you talk like that. I said, yeah, because that's only how it's going to change. Us complaining to ourselves, bruh. We can complain to each other. Okay, let's write some stuff down. This is the action. And then every 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, we add deadlines. Okay, 30 days, we send to this person. Okay, we back next month, man. You got to stay on these people because in order for it to change, you got to stay. They ain't going to change. You ain't on them. You got to. So that's how I look at it. And I understand. So this is why I was encouraged. Oh, I'm trying to get off this live, but my political stuff. When I talk about this, baby, I get excited. When I was looking at Jason Lee running for office, I was like, okay, that's great. You need those you need those type of people in it to cause a little shift in the system, because that's the only how it's going to work. You got to have somebody challenge that to bring some change, and you got to be consistent. So one of the things that Jason did, and again, time will tell if he would do a good job, but I'm just judging for what I see. So Jason Lee he did like a coffee meetup. Like he got an office and he got constituents meeting in his office, like voters, right? He talking to voters. And it was something that caught my eye. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Y'all don't mind if I keep talking. Let me know if I'm talking too much, because somebody said I was talking too less. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to keep on talking, because I'm talking too less. Somebody said you're talking too less. Give me a second. I want to scroll. Okay, this is what I. Okay, because. Okay, hold on. I want y'all to see this. Now, some of the stuff I can't play because it got music in the back. I need all my coins. Okay, they said talk. Okay, good. So this is Jason. I believe this is Jason. Okay.
Two.
That's Jason Lee. Hold on, man. Wait, I want to get the. I want to get that video. Okay, here we go. This is Jay. Okay. Why is it not put in the one? Okay. Wait a minute. Did I zoom in on here? Oh, this is it. Okay.
We're almost done. You guys can put it right here. Oh, there you go. Bingo. 1, 2, 3. Say vote Jason Lee on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Ah,
perfect.
Okay.
We're almost done.
So,
You guys can put it right here. Oh, there you go. Bingo. 1, 2, 3. Say vote Jason Lee on 3.
okay. So that was one of the videos. I didn't want to show that. It was another video. It was another video. I'm trying to get to the other video. What was the one with the fireman? With the city people. Hold on, let me go scroll down. Cause I saw that down my timeline. Dang. I saw it down my timeline. Is this it? Okay. So this is meeting his constituents as well. So that was
Okay, so
that.
can I give you all a tour?
And he's meeting active people, whatever. And that's the new office and his studio and stock.
That door, we gotta get that door.
Okay. All right. So that was the new people. Okay. Let me scroll down. Okay. You got young people. Where's the one? No, that's the podcast he's gonna be doing. I'm trying to find this one particular video. It was some people from the city. I'm trying to find that particular video. Give me a second. Is this it? Oh no, I gotta find it, y'all. But it was a video that I did see, and it was like a fireman. It was like somebody in there. I can't find it right now. Let me scroll down. The code. Let me scroll. Scroll. No, that was that. He fixed that. Okay. Yeah, I can't find. But anyway, he was like talking to people like in the city. Like I think it was like a Stockton, California, like fire department, fireman. Anyway, but I did see that down my timeline, and I was like, oh, this is really, really good because you have to be in a position like he's really acting like he is in, like he won the race. So for those that don't know, it is coming up on March 5th. Oh, we almost there, child. Hold on, let me scroll up. Let me scroll up. And it's up. Let me see. Oh, that's his bodybuilder. Okay, no. Let me scroll back up because I want y'all to see that. Like we talk about the bad of people, like we also got to talk about the good, you know. Let me scroll up. Oh, excuse me. So this is like the polling places for District 6. I want y'all to see this. And so that's like the polling, like different polling places for like the people. And I really think so. Do y'all think he's gonna win? I hope he win because this will be a great look for the culture. Someone that build $1 million company. So we're gonna do this will be a great look. If he do this and win, this will be great. This will be great. This will be great. This will be great. That's all I'm saying. This will be great. That's all I'm saying. Very much socialist. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, we got some new information about Meek Mill. Hold on, y'all. So I'm getting updates. They're saying that the governor of Pennsylvania called him and told him to stop tweeting. They're saying that they're saying Meek Mill said on Twitter the governor called me and checked me. I took it down after I explained to him that this is the guy that powered the biggest rap beef that K-word some of my friends playing undercover. Okay. This is something. You cannot make this stuff up. What? I'm just gagging. Like, why in the world is he worried about what he posts? That's stupid. Like, you need to be telling. Well, first of all, Meek Mill do have the post because that's what rappers do to stay relevant. They get in mess online. Because like the rappers that don't get on mess online, really, they don't really talk about them like that. They don't really talk about artists like that. Yeah. I'm just scrolling down. I'm scrolling. Okay. Somebody wanted me to give that little update. They said because he's down. Like if you ain't gay, just okay, girl. Okay. Forget about it. If you ain't with the ish, forget about it. Child. Did Milvante, wait, you released some more videos, child. Let me see what you released. I didn't know you released some more videos. You released some more parts? Oh, let me watch that real quick. Hold on. They say he had released some more parts. Let me play my friend right here. Thank you to my friend. Hold on. Let me see. They say he released some more. Let's see. What part do we left out on? Part 19? Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Hold on. Wait, because somebody said, what part do we left out on yesterday? I want to make sure we caught up. Yeah, it's part 19 because when he was in that role, yeah, it's part 19. Okay, we gonna play that. It's part 19. Yeah, because we did 18 yesterday and then part 19. Okay. And then I'm gonna let y'all hear the audio. Hold on.
So I left out a very important part between 17 and 18. I had promised him to get his teeth done, and I'd already made the arrangements to get them done. But the appointment was set after the cruise. So after the cruise, we had broke up. We wasn't together. He was went to go stay back with the baby mama, but he did contact them people and went to that appointment and got his motherfucking teeth done. So mind you, the teeth is sickening. I give him that. So back to the subject in here. So, we're at the hotel, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking the motherfucking pictures. The theme of the photo shoot was like sexy. So I'm, on my best shit in my underwear, you know what I'm saying? I don't even did something new. So he's watching me do my thing. So he was like, let me take some pictures. I want to take some pictures. So he's telling the photographer, he was like, can I take some pictures, too? So the photographer was like, I don't care. But he's under the impression that he's going to pay for his portion of his photo shoot. So, he's taking some pictures and he was like, hey, come join me. He was like, let's do some together naked. He was like, because it would be dope, to get paid for my OnlyFans. So I was like, all right, like I guess like it does make sense. Like let's do it. So we're taking the pictures and so forth. So our list is all said and done. You know what I'm saying? So the photographer leaves, he wraps it up, and it's just me, him, and the girl. So the girl was like, she was ready to go to the store, and get some wine or whatever, and she was gonna come back. So she leaves, and I'm talking to him. I'm like, what's up with you and this girl? I'm like, are you fucking this girl? Like, keep it real. He was like, no, but I really do want to fuck her. So I was like, oh, okay. Like I appreciate you being honest or whatever the case be. So mind you, me and him are both naked. So I'm just like, you trying to fuck. So he was like, yeah, like I really do want to fuck, but he was like, I want to do something different. And I'm like, well, what is it that you want to do different? He was like, I really want to fuck this girl. He was like, and I want to I want you to fuck her with me. So I'm just like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? He was like, because I just feel like it'll make us closer. He was like, I feel like it'll solve all our problems. It'll make our relationship better. He was like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to worry about me cheating if you participate with me. So I'm like, I guess, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, this is what I want. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, call the bitch. So he calls her back. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, hey, I brought back the wine. So, you know, he's telling her, like, what's up? Like, what we ready to do. So she was like, okay. So, mind you, we drinking, we setting the mood, you know. So we done got a little tipsy. So it starts. He cuts off the lights. He's telling her, he's like, come here. She comes. So at this point, mind you, I'm watching this shit. I'm like, oh, he got this bitch under mind control. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is kind of like turning me on. Like, this is hot. Like, he's Mac dog. So he was like, hey, he was like, take off your clothes. So she starts stripping. So he's looking at me. I'm looking at him. I'm just like, okay. So he comes over. You know, he's looking at me. He's looking at her. He was like, hey, go suck his dick. So she walks over to me, gets on her knees, sucking my dick. He was like, you like that shit? And I'm just like, I guess. So I'm in the moment. So mind you, I'm tipsy. So all of my senses are heightened. So I'm like, okay. So he was like, shh, don't say nothing. So he starts kissing me, starts kissing all of my body. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like this is amazing. So he was like, he's telling the girl, he was like, hey, bitch, lay back. So she was like, all right. She lays back. So he was like, come here, Mill, put your dick in her. I'm like, okay. So I'm put it in. So I'm like, here we go. He was like, yeah, you like it, don't you? And I'm like, it's all right. And so I'm doing my thing. So he's smiling. He's like, yeah. So he done pushed me over to the side. He was like, let me show you how to fuck this bitch. So he gets on top. He's banging her shit out. So he was like, come here, Mill, get behind me. So I gets behind him. We doing our thing. He's fucking her. I'm fucking him. This is some hot ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like taking all of this shit in and it's happening. So at this point, I get my nut, he gets his nut, she gets her nut. So we all tipsy, so we don't fall asleep or whatever the case be. So she wakes up super duper early and she's like, I have to go. And I'm like, where the fuck is this bitch going? She was like, I live 45 minutes away. So I'm like, okay, like whatever. So she leaves. So mind you, you know what I'm saying? We goes on, she's texting us, we don't exchange contact information. So we're in a group chat. So every time she texts us, we're both getting the message. So she was like, y'all my new boyfriends, she's texting us good morning, like what y'all doing? I'm trying to come hang with y'all. So every time she's like, she wants to motherfucking hang, he's jumping to motherfucking do whatever the fuck wherever she's at. So I'm just like, all right, like let's go. So she was like, she wanted to go out to all these parties. So we're going out to the club constantly. I'm like, I can't motherfucking keep up, but I'm keeping up because I'm trying to, I'm trying to get this shit together. So mind you, at this time, we done went to a party and she's like, y'all place round 2. So I was like, no, like, I don't want to do it. Like, we done already had too much fun. We don't need any more. So I'm making every fucking excuse as to why she can't come back. So he's beating around the bush. He was like, no, he's every motherfucking thing I say, he has a rebuttal to it. Like, no, it ain't nothing. So he's telling her like, yeah, you can come. Fuck. So I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, I don't want to fuck this bitch again. So I'm like, all right, yeah, let's go to my house. So we go to my house. Mind you, we're not living together, but, he used to live there. So he's familiar, like, with my crib. So she comes over. He was like, yeah, this is our crib. This is how we live in. So she's looking around. She's like, this is nice. This is nice. So we gets to the room, we gets to it. So at this time, he starts fucking him. I done tagged in. So at this point, I done got the hang of it now. I'm in the groove. So I'm doing my thing. She's like, like doing it up. So he's looking, he was like, oh, this okay, watch out. So he done got back in it and she's like, So he's like, So he was like, get back on her. So I done fucked her again. She's like, so at this point, he's like, what the fuck? So in his mind, I noticed what he's thinking. So because he got up, he was like, you know, he was like, y'all can enjoy yourselves. He done put on his robe, and that's all he said, and walked the fuck out. So I'm just like, I don't know what his motherfucking problem is. So we motherfucking finished, and you know, I get my nut, she gets her nut. So she leaves in a rush again. I'm like, I don't know where the fuck you're going. But anyways, bye. So I goes in there, I'm talking to him. I'm like, what's like, why'd you leave out? He was like, because like I'm fucking this bitch and she act like, you know, like what you was doing was better than what I was doing. I'm like, I was like, it's not even a big. I was like, I didn't even want to fuck her. Like, it's not even that big of a deal. I mean, I ain't even tripping. Like, you can go fuck the bitch. I mean, I got plenty of bitches I can fuck. You know, I know it. You know. I'm like, look, boy, it's not that motherfucking serious. Like, just chill out. Like, just go on, boy. So he's like, all right. So you know, he done left. You know what I'm saying? Went on and do whatever he's about to do. So I'm a little tipsy at this point because manager, I don't have to drink me some more Taylor Port to fuck this bitch. So, you know, I was like, let me put on my clothes and let me go to work. So I goes to work, and let me tell you what happened when I go to work in part 20. Bitch, this is part 20. Yes, we made it. We made it. But go to the next part.
Okay. Okay. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. Let me go to this part 20. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me just show see part 20.
So this is part 20 of why the fuck did I stay? So I done got to the store. So the girl, she ends up coming to the store. So she was like, hey, boyfriend, you know, I got to support you. Give me some stay ahead. So she done picked out her clothes. She spent like $200 some with me. So, mind you, during this time, you know, days is going by. I have to come to the store every single day, open and close. 10 a.m. I don't get off to 9 a.m. So I'm there all day. So during the day, you know, I'm calling him, checking in, see what he's doing. Every time I call him, he's with this bitch. They're doing this, they're doing that. You know what I'm saying? They're at this place. They just got do this. So just like y'all just doing it to fuck up at this point. So I'm just like, I guess must be nice. Y'all having so much motherfucking fun. So I gets off work one day or just in a couple days, and I'm just like, you know, hey, like can we spend some time? Like you wanna come to the house, you wanna watch a movie? Like he was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I guess so he comes over, you know what I'm saying? We cuddling, watching a movie. And I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to fuck? And he was just like, nah, I'm not in the mood. Like right now, my headspace is just focusing on trying to love you and get us back right. He was like, I'm not even thinking about sex. So I'm just like, okay, like I don't know what the fuck that means, but okay, cool. So speed it up, you know what I'm saying? He was like, he wanted to have a conversation with me. He was like, I just want to thank you for allowing me to do this. But he was just like, I just wanted to be fair, you know, for you know what I'm saying? So let you go fuck whoever you want to go fuck. And he was just like, you know what I'm saying? If you got somebody that you want to fuck, he was like, go fuck him. He was like, because me mentally, I'm just really not going to want to have sex for a while. He's like, I'm already sexed out and I'm kind of like out of commission right now. So he was like, if you want to go get your rocks off, just, you know, I'm giving you permission to go fuck whoever you want. So I'm just like, I mean, I guess. So I was like, well, I'm going to LA in a couple of days, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, the dude that I'm going down there to do this photo shoot with, like, you know what I'm saying? He's attractive and, you know, he's attracted to me, but I've already told him that I got a nigga. So he was like, yeah, like, go handle it. Like, go enjoy yourself. So I was like, all right, cool. So I kind of like got the green light, but I'm just like, I guess at this point. So, you know, I guess to LA, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even focusing on sex. I'm just trying to work, you know what I'm saying, and do what I got to do. So I'm trying to contact him and call him. You know, the conversations are real dry, real short. He's trying to rush me off the phone. So I was like, okay, like let me focus on work at this point. So mind you, I'm getting phone calls like people are just calling me. It's like, oh, you know, he's at the fair. You know, we don't have the fair. They was like, we're trying to like, where are you at? They was like, he's here with some girl. Like, you know, they're all together, like hugged up, and they're just a little too friendly. And we're asking him like, where are you at? He's telling us that you're out of town, but you know, I'm like, who's this girl? Everybody's calling me. I'm just like, oh, that's our friend. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, we all cool. So I'm already getting like weird vibes. I'm like, fuck, like, bitch, like, don't get people in our motherfucking business. Like, bitch, you know I'm discreet. Like, don't be doing no dumbass shit while I'm out of town. So, I'm calling him. I'm like, hey, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like what, like, can I get a clarification on like, what are we doing here? Because in my mind, I'm like, bitch, I already know what type of time you on. If I'm out of town and you with this bitch, like, I already know what type of time you on. So I'm like, what's the clarification? So he was like, honestly, I just feel like that you should focus on you and I should just focus on me. And I'm just like, well, like, what does that mean? I was like, I thought we were supposed to be trying to like work on us, like get us back together, like work on our relationship. And he was just like, nah, I just feel like that we just kind of like better off as friends. So I'm like, at this point, like my adrenaline's rushing because I'm like way in fucking LA. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, it's pissing me off. He was like, basically like be friends. So I'm just like in my mind, I'm like, I know I'm not ready to lose this nigga to no fucking bitch. Like I know I'm not ready to lose this nigga to no fucking bitch. Like fuck the cheating. Like this nigga ain't never left me for no bitch. Like what the fuck? So I can't even motherfucking finish working. I'm ready to fucking go home. Like what the fuck of this motherfucking bitch? Are you serious? And I like everything we fucking been through, and I don't even let you have a threesome with this fucking bitch, and you doing this? Like, are you serious? I'm getting home. I'm like, okay, in my mind, I'm like, I can't be mad. I'm like, okay, let me like think, bitch, think, like, what the fuck can I do? So I'm like, okay. So I'm calling him. I'm like, hey, can we talk? Like, come see me. So he's coming to see me, and I'm like, here goes some money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like it just like at this point, I'm just trying to get you to stay. Like, you know what I'm saying? So here's some money. He's like, oh, okay, thank you. So he pulls off, and I'm like, look, like, can you just like come and like be with me? Like, I really want to talk about this. Like, what is going on? So he gets there, and I'm just like, I don't know. So I'm still explaining to him. I'm like, baby, like, can we can we work this out? Like, what is going on? He was like, bruh, I don't already told you. He was like, I don't want like I just want to be friends. I'm just like, like it's not fucking registering in my mind. Like, what do you mean fucking friends? Like, bitch, we're working on us. Like, come on. So he's just telling me this. And I'm just like, look. At this point, I'm demanding sex. I'm like, no, I want motherfucking sex from you. I was like, I didn't even fucking go out of town and even fuck nobody. Like, I want you to fucking fuck me. Like, what the fuck? He's just like, no, like, I just don't want to. So at this point, I done kind of like calm down. We just sat there. I'm just like, please, like, can you please, like, please don't do this. So I'm begging. I'm like, please, like, can we please, like, please? He looked at me. I'm on my knees. This nigga looked at me and told me to my face, he was like, nigga, you desperate. He was like, and that's a turnoff. I wouldn't even fuck you. So I'm literally sitting here crying in his face. I'm like, please don't do this to me. Like, please, if it's over this bitch, like, please. So he's leaving. He's getting in the fucking car. I'm like, what the fuck? Do I gotta pay you to fuck me? Like, what the fuck? He was like, yeah. He was like, you give me $2,500. He's like, and I'll fuck you right now. So I'm like, all right. Well, let's go. I got the money. You know I'm good for it. So he was like, nah, go get my money now. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't have the type of money like laying around the fucking house. I was like, I would have to go to the ATM. So I pulled out 500. I'm like, here, this is yours. I was like, but I'm not gonna put it in your hand. I was like, it's right here, and I'll set it on the counter. And after we get done, I'll give you that and go to the ATM. So he was like, okay, cool. We gets in the bedroom. His whole motherfucking mood changed. Like he just went into character. So he was like, come on, like, yeah, fuck me. Like, let's do this. So he's like, oh, damn, I'm fucking him. He's like, oh, like, damn, I've been missing out on this shit. This shit's so fucking good. Like, all of this. So I'm like, okay, like, maybe we got hope. Like, we got hope. Soon after, he was like, okay, you got my money? I'm like, what? I'm like, come on, like, you really gonna fucking charge me? He was like, yes, bro. He's like, where's my fucking money? I'm like, I'm not giving you no money. he bloops the fuck out. Nigga, you fucking played me. I didn't even want to fucking fuck you. I only did this because you said you was gonna fucking play me. You got me fucked up. You fucking weird. You fucking weird. I'm like, are you really fucking doing over this? Like I'm your fucking man. Like what the fuck are you even doing all of this for? You making me pay you for some fucking sex? Are you fucking serious? And I give you any motherfucking thing you want, and you are demanding motherfucking money for me to pay to fuck me? Are you out of the? I'm like, all right. So he's at this point, he done blooped the fuck out. So he done got in his car and skirted the fuck off. So at this point, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. So go to the next part. So this is part 20 of.
Oh my gosh. That is a lot to digest. And I'm glad he admitted it to the world, because so many women have given they may not have physically went to ATM, but if you calculate the cost, they still paying for that man. And if the money gone, the man gonna leave. For him to say it, it's like, oh, woo, this is good. This is good. Let's go to 21.
So mind you, when he had came over the house when we was cuddling, I had snuck and got his phone and turned on the motherfucking location so I could see where the fuck he's going at. Because I know that you're constantly with this bitch. Like, where the fuck are you going? And you talking about you want to fucking leave me. So speed it up. When he went out the motherfucking house, he's out in his motherfucking car about to pull off. So I'm looking through the window. His windows is tinted jet motherfucking black. So he didn't even see me outside of the motherfucking window. So I'm looking in the window and I could only see the light from his phone. And I'm seeing he's texting this bitch and I'm seeing the messages. The messages is saying, damn, baby, this nigga really fucking played me. I only came over here to see him because he said he was going to pay me for some fucking sex. In my mind, I'm like, baby, like, you reporting to this bitch because you after coming to see me? Oh, like, bitch, you really doing it to fuck up. So I'm beating on the window, like, bitch, he's like, bro, you weird, bitch, get the fuck away from my car. So he pulls the fuck off. So this is when he skirted off. So I'm like, oh, bitch, like, let me put my shit on because, bitch, you got me bent. At this motherfucking point, my mind is, I done went batshit motherfucking crazy. I'm ready to risk it all at this motherfucking point, bitch. You got me fucked up, bitch. You got me fucked up. So I'm checking the motherfucking location. He's riding around town. So he goes downtown to our we got this waterfront. He goes to the waterfront. I'm pulling up. As I'm pulling up, he's at the fucking water park with the waterfront with the motherfucking bitch. She's sitting on the car. He's in between her motherfucking legs, hugged up. They motherfucking kissing on top of the motherfucking car. I pulls up and I said, you know me. Is this for us? Like, is this for us? Won't you go head on, nigga? Go head on, nigga. I'm done with you, nigga. I've been done. This is my bitch right here. This is my bitch. Also, so I'm telling her, I'm like, look, bitch. I'm cussing her the fuck out. I'm like, bitch, this is my motherfucking nigga. I'm like, bitch, you need to know your motherfucking place. Like, bitch, don't cross your boundaries. So he's like, don't keep talking to her like that. I'm like, nigga, like, don't, like, Val, like, I mean, I can't even say his name. I'm like, look, don't motherfucking, don't play in my motherfucking face because I will fuck you and this bitch up. Like, I'm on one. Like, try me. So she was like, I ain't in the middle of all that. I'm not in the middle. I'm like, yes, the fuck you are, because bitch, like, I don't let you come in my house. Like, bitch, we have been talking, like, we have been cool, and like, you really trying to fucking cross me from, like, to be with my nigga? Like, are you, bitch, are you dumb? Like, bitch, what? So I'm just like, look, I'm like, bye, Val. I mean, bye, boy, bye. So I'm talking to her. I'm like, listen, I'll apologize. I'm like, look, I'm sorry for cussing you out. I'm like, but let me tell you something about this man. I'm like, this man is fucking confused. I was like, I've been with this man for fucking 2.5 motherfucking years. I'm like, he's gonna do you the same motherfucking way. I was like, I've literally watched him fuck bitches and leave. So I'm confused. Like, if you trying to be with him or like whatever the fuck case be. She's looking at me. She was like, "Oh no, like I'm different. Like that's not gonna happen to me because I know how to keep my man." I'm like, and my man, I'm like, this bitch is really motherfucking trying me. When I tell you, I wanted to beat the brakes off her for the life of me. I'm like, I could not put my hands on a woman, but I'm telling you, I wanted to beat the brakes off this girl. I'm like, look, at this point, like I'm done being nice. I'm like, stay away from my man. I'm like, if you do not stay away from my man, I promise you something's gonna happen to you. And I'm like, I'm not motherfucking playing. I'm so dead serious. So she's like, okay, well, she's just so nonchalant about every motherfucking thing I'm saying. I'm like, okay, bitch, you keep it the fuck up. Keep it the fuck up. And I'm gonna show you better than I can motherfucking tell you. I'm gonna show you better than I can motherfucking tell you. So mind you, at this motherfucking time, I'm calling the guy that he got the motherfucking apartment with. I'm like, look, wherever the fuck he's staying at, like, put this nigga motherfucking out because he's got me fucked up. I'm explaining to him like what the fuck he's doing. He was like, what? He was like, not you. Like, he can't be doing you like that. I'm like, no, he's doing me like that. Like, bitch, everything he got going on, like he's doing it the fuck up. So he's just wild. He was like, I cannot believe him. He's like, I'll talk to him. So I'm texting him. I'm like, matter of fact, keep tabs on him. Like, check and see if he's bringing this motherfucking bitch to this motherfucking apartment that he's staying in. So he was like, oh yeah, he's bringing her. They've been spending the night, doing all this and that. I'm like, so like now what is this bitch like living with you or something? Like, in this motherfucking, like, this shit is blowing my motherfucking mind. Like, this nigga, I'm talking about, did it the fuck up. Like, I've never, ever in our whole relationship, like, this has got to be the icing on the motherfucking cake out of the whole motherfucking relationship. So, mind you, I just speed it the fuck up. He still don't know that I've got his location on the phone. And mind you, he does not even know that I know that he's been bringing this bitch over to the motherfucking apartment. So, I'm still calling him like, what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you think it's a motherfucking game. He was like, bro, I'm really not worried about you. I'm like, oh, okay. So he goes out. I'm checking the location. He's downtown. So I'm like, oh, okay. So he's hanging out with one of my motherfucking friends that I introduced him to. And then the friend that I motherfucking introduced him to knows all of this shit is going on and still not reporting back to me. So I'm pissed the fuck off because I'm like, why the fuck are you letting this nigga like dog me? Like, I'm supposed to be your fucking day one. Like, I'm fucking confused. So I'm checking the motherfucking location. He's over some motherfucking house motherfucking party. He's posting a motherfucking a story post in some, something with them in, like, with her laying on his chest or whatever. So I'm like, bitch, like, you wilding. So I'm like, okay, bitch, I got you. I motherfucking got you. So I went there early in the motherfucking morning. I'm waiting outside. I'm like, oh, you ain't got up quick enough. So I go to the motherfucking door and the location of wherever the fuck he says that. I'm beating on the door. Bitch, come outside. I ain't gonna jump you. Bitch, come outside. So soon enough, they waking up. They're like, who is this person beating on door? I'm beating on windows, doors. Like, bitch, come outside. So he comes outside. What the fuck are you on? You motherfucking tripping. I'm like, bitch, I'm going to fuck you up. And then she comes out. I'm like, bitch, like, you. Whoa. So I'm like, you got me fucked up. So he was like, I'm not even fucking worried about you, nigga. I told you I'm not worried about you. So I'm like, all right, okay, bitch. Now you done brought the motherfucking crazy out of me, because, bitch, I'm ready to fucking destroy you. So he done got his motherfucking car. I said, oh, you got this motherfucking car. You think you the motherfucking shit. So I done picked up a motherfucking brick trying to break his motherfucking windows out this motherfucking car. So he done skid out in the motherfucking car. So I said, okay, bitch, that's cool. That's cool, because now I'm ready to get in my truck and I'm ready to chase you. So I am chasing this man in his motherfucking car all around the motherfucking city. I said, he's driving motherfucking crazy. I said, bitch, I'm going to make you motherfucking total this motherfucking bitch. Like, I promise you. So you know me, I drive a motherfucking 2020 BMW, so I'm getting the fuck up through. Like, bitch, that motherfucker moves very motherfucking nice. Like, bitch, there's no escape. So he's motherfucking driving. So he's running for me in traffic at this point. So we done turned the motherfucking corner. He done ran a motherfucking red light. I done cut him the fuck off. So he done ran off into traffic and got into an accident and hit this motherfucking lady. So I'm pulled up. I'm like, yeah, bitch, that's what the fuck you get. Like, bitch, I'm happy you wrecked that motherfucking car. So he's like, what the fuck? Like, you are fucking crazy. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm like, bitch, fuck you, bitch. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. None of that. So here she comes. Are you okay, baby? Bitch, what? What? Bitch, I told you, like, bitch, I'm coming for you next. I'm coming for you next, bitch. I'm coming for you next, bitch. I promise you. See me in the next part. So this is part 21.
Oh my God. Wait. I never, ever, okay, let me say this. We go to part 22. Part 22. I never seen a man chasing after a man that a woman mess up a man. Usually it's reverse. Usually a man take it's usually like reverse. Excuse me. Okay. It's usually like reverse. All right. Let's go to 22. Let's go to 22. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure y'all can hear.
So motherfucking mad.
Let me go
like,
back.
bitch, you got me. How the fuck did I stay?
Okay.
At this point, this is Diary of a motherfucking mad black woman. Cause bitch, I'm so motherfucking mad. Like, bitch, you got me. Bitch, it's war. It is war. It's war. I feel like I've lost my mind. So I'm this mad. Like, I've never in my life. I don't think I've ever in my life have been this mad before. So you know, the man had got back with me. He was like, you know, I'm kicking him out because that's fucked up. So he done kicked him out. So he done went and got a motherfucking hotel with this bitch there. So I'm tracking the location. I'm like, oh, so he's in this hotel with this bitch. So mind you, he's like, oh, so he's doing all this. He done went on Facebook and posted all the motherfucking pictures of him and his bitch that they done took all these past weeks together. Like, oh, my baby, my love, everything. I'm like, bitch, the city is on motherfucking lock. People in Louisville know that I listen to this. They know, like, this was the motherfucking viral moment of the century. Like, everybody's like, what's going on? What's going on? Bitch, like, you, like, you, hold on. Bitch, you're playing with my motherfucking reputation? You fucking with my business now? You fucking with, like, you coming for blood. I'm like, bitch, we always vow like to never, ever take this shit to the public. But now you're going to take this shit to the motherfucking public? Bitch, I'm coming for everything, bitch. I'm going to end you, and I mean you. Bitch, I'm, at this point, I'm so motherfucking mad. I said, bitch, I done hacked into the motherfucker. I got emails, passwords. I know every motherfucking thing. Bitch, I'm hacking into the Instagram. I deleted the motherfucking Instagram, hacked into the Facebook, deleted the motherfucking Facebook. So he's like, what the fuck? He's calling me. What? Bitch, I don't give a fuck about nothing. Bitch, and I'm going to fuck you up when I see you. Like, I don't give a, bitch, oh! Like, I'm one. This at this point, I thought I done went psycho. I'm calling my mom. I'm like, Mama, I'm going to jail. I don't give a fuck about no police. I'm going to fuck him up, and I'm going to fuck her up. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm like, okay, so you really playing games with me at this point. So I'm saying, you at the hotel? I'm glad I know that you're there. So guess what? This car that you think you're getting around in? I sure did go to the motherfucking hotel, and I took a motherfucking big motherfucking gallon of motherfucking water, and I poured it down his goddamn gas tank. So, I said, we'll wait for it. The next day comes, you know what I'm saying? He done made another Facebook. He done got on Facebook talking about, oh, my car won't start. My car won't do this. So, you know, imagine, I said, that'll hold you because you're not going no motherfucking where. So now this in the shop. So, mind you, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm at work. I can't even focus on work. The people at work, like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I don't give a fuck about these people, these customers, these sales. Like, I don't give a fuck right now. Like, I'm livid. So, you know, I'm tracking the location, seeing where he's at. He's going back to the place, trying to get it fixed. So imagine where I got my car fixed. He done went there and vouching like, oh, yeah, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we can help you, giving them fucking discounts. So I'm pissed. They're calling my phone like, hey, your car's ready. So I'm like, the lady's calling me thinking that I'm him. I'm like, the car's ready. I'm like, oh, so he done got the motherfucking car fixed. So mind you, I got his emails and shit still linked to my phone. So he done reached out to a mutual friend of ours that's got fucking money way in motherfucking wherever the fuck he was at. So in the email, his Cash App is linked to it. So the nigga that he done talked to sent him motherfucking basically $1,000 motherfucking dollars to go and get his motherfucking car fixed. I said, oh, you think you're doing something? I said, I bet you don't have the money to pay for that motherfucking car. You want to bet, bitch? Okay. I'm gonna show you how motherfucking smart I am. So guess what? I hacked into the motherfucking Cash App. I get on the Cash App. Imagine you, there's 25 motherfucking hundred on the Cash App. I'm like, how did he get all this money? So I'm looking at the transactions. One of the transactions is like for like $500-600, and I'm looking at the name because I know the motherfucking name. He done fucked some motherfucking bitch that I know that is a motherfucking trick. So mind you, the bitch that I know is a fucking tranny. I'm not gonna say the motherfucking name, but the motherfucking bitch, I'm guessing, done cashed out him some motherfucking money, and the only way she cashed out his money is if you gotta fucking fuck her. I know this. So I'm like, oh, so you doing it up, bitch? I'm taking all of the motherfucking money off the Cash App. All of it. So I took all of the money off the Cash App. He don't have nothing. So at this point, he knows that I did. So he's calling me. He was like, bro, what the fuck? Give me my fucking money back. Bitch, you're not getting a dime. You're not getting Nathaniel. Bitch, I told you, bitch, I'm on your neck. I promise you, you're not getting shit. So I leave the motherfucking store. He comes up to the store. Mind you, the dude I got working, he was like, yeah, where he at? So he done took my motherfucking POS system, which was an iPad, snatched it off the counter and took it. I said, oh, you're cute. I'm watching him on camera do all this. I said, guess what, bitch? I got you all on camera. So the security that work in the malls, the police, they work for me, sweetie. This is my store. They're under my commands. I said, hey, y'all better politely tell him to bring my motherfucking iPad back or he will be going to jail. So you know what they did? They said, hey, I know y'all together and I know what y'all got going on, but we have to respect him because he's in charge. So if you don't bring that iPad back, we're going to have to lock you up and take you to jail. So I'm watching him on the camera. He brings it back. Just like a good boy. Just like I know you would. So somehow he managed to get on the motherfucking OnlyFans. So at this time, I don't have an OnlyFans. So he done got on his OnlyFans and posted all of my motherfucking news on there and was just saying all this motherfucking shit. I'm like, oh. So, I got niggas from Instagram. They reached out. They was like, oh, your news is out. I said, oh, you want to play motherfucking games. I said, bitch, it is motherfucking war. So I said, bitch, mind you, he done managed to get the motherfucking car back. How I know? I don't know. So at this time, it was a whole big debate. He had posted all on Facebook. My car got repoed. You know what the fuck I did? Absolutely. The cat's out the bag now, so I'll go ahead and say it. I motherfucking called the motherfucking bank, and I said, hey, my name is blah, 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 blah. And I said, hey, could you guys come and repo my car and do a voluntary repossession because I cannot afford it. They was like, what's your social? I know your social. So I gave them the social. That was the verification that they needed. They said, we will come and get the car in the morning. They said, where's the car located? I have the GPS on my phone and it's at this location, which is at the girl's house. So come and get it. So he's thinking somebody stole the car. No, I repoed your car, Jody. I reported. I sure in the fuck did. So he's, what the fuck? I'm sitting on the internet and I'm just, ha ha ha. I'm laughing, but I'm saving faith at this point. I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about. What? Like what? But no, bitch, you're gonna get everything motherfucking come to you because, bitch, you. At this time, I'm just like, I'm not really tripping. So we had a big motherfucking debate. He done got on motherfucking Facebook and got on live and talking about all these people. He's fucking crying like, why won't he leave me alone? Why can't I fucking be happy? He's doing all this motherfucking shit. Like, please leave me alone, please. I'm like, no, bitch, I'm not like, bitch, I'm not. You haven't even felt my motherfucking bitch, you're going to get it. Like every motherfucking thing that we've been through, every fucking thing that I have done for you. I said, and now, bitch, you have destroyed my reputation. I said, you got people in my motherfucking business. You got people, my phone's jumping. They're calling, blowing me up like, oh my gosh, like this is big. This shit done made it all the way to motherfucking Facebook. This shit done made it to motherfucking niggas that don't even live in our motherfucking city. This is fucking up my bag. Like, you know, like this is the only source of income that I depend on is motherfucking staying here. And you just jeopardize all that because over this bitch. Okay. Go to the next part because this shit just keeps going. It just keeps going. Like we're playing tit for tat. Like, but bitch, I'm gonna win every motherfucking little battle or game that you want to play, bitch. I'm gonna come off on top. Like I'm not playing with you at this point. How the fuck did I stay? At this point, this is Diary of a Motherfucking Mad Black Woman. Cause bitch, I'm so motherfucking mad. Like, bitch, you got me, bitch, it's war. It is war. It's war. I feel like I've lost my mind. So I'm this mad. Like I've never in my life, I don't think I've ever in my life have been this mad before. So, you know, the man had got back with me. He was like, you know, I'm kicking him out because that's fucked up. So he done kicked him out. So he done went and got a motherfucking hotel with this bitch there. So I'm tracking the location. I'm like, oh, so he's in this hotel with this bitch. So mind you, he's like, oh, so he's doing all.
Okay. All right. So that was 22. That was 22. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go to 23. If it's 23. Okay, this is part 23. Okay. Give me a second. All right. Hold on. Y'all enjoying it so far?
So this is part 23 of why the fuck did I stay? So mind you, all this shit's going on. I'm like, you know what? I just need to clear my motherfucking mind. I was like, I'm ready to go out of town. I said, plus, bitch, I'm ready to flex some motherfucking hard on you, but your motherfucking head gonna motherfucking spin. So, you know, I get out of town. I get shot. I'm doing it the fuck up. I'm down there. Everybody's looking at. Everybody's confused because they're not used to me coming to pride by myself. They're used to us coming as a couple. So everybody's asking me like, you know, where's Bay at? I'm single. The fuck? Niggas is lined the fuck up waiting. Miss one next 15 one coming. Quit playing with me. Like I can have any of you niggas. Like quit. So at this point, you know what I'm saying? I'm entertaining one of the guys, you know what I'm saying? He done whining down me, you know what I'm saying? I'm having a good time, whatever the case be, but I'm just like, it's still not really hitting. Like I ain't even really pressed over nigga. I'm just doing it just off the strength of. So imagine still at this time, we're having Facebook wars. He's still posting motherfucking pictures. They're posting motherfucking TikToks and motherfucking just taunting me. At this point, I just like, y'all are taunting me on Facebook. I'm like, all right, so you know what I'm saying? It's back and forth. I said, don't even motherfucking worry about it. I'm enjoying myself, dealing with that, enjoying myself. You know, I dip and down with that a little bit. So, you know, I goes out with my friends, you know what I'm saying? They're like, are you okay? I'm like, I am fine. Like, I am wonderful. Like, I feel amazing, you know. So I'm sitting down, we're at the restaurant and I'm eating. So, you know, my phone gives me a notification that, you know, he done went to Cash App and tried to refund the $2,500 that I took and reported it was stolen. Mind you, how shocked I was to know that Cash App actually refunded him back this $2,500. I was amazed. I was like, wow.
So I said, hey guys, I have to run to the little bathroom. I will be right back. So I go to the bathroom. I'm back in my mode. Bitch, I can't, I'm moving it in motherfucking on my fingers. I'm just fucking Twitter fingers. They wouldn't even work fast enough. I had to get back into that cash out again. So I said, yes, got back into it. Get all of it. Swiping it all. It's mine again. Gotcha, bitch. You thought you won. Nope. Now that's 5,000. I think I'm gonna go buy me some shoes. Thank you, Daddy. You're amazing. So I'm just so at this point, I don't want. So I'm still the shit's going on Facebook. So I'm like, okay, this time I done calmed down. I'm like, it's just too much. Like, I don't want, like, let me leave this little boy alone because clearly he really just wants to be with this little girl. Like, I just need to cut my motherfucking losses, like move on with my life. Like, it's in my mind, I'm just like, come on, like it's just starting to get pathetic. Like, what the fuck? Like, boy, it's what the fuck out there. So, mind you, I gets back home, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck, I gotta go home. I have to still deal with this shit. I still have to run my store. My store is in the mall and it's public. So people know they can just come right up to the mall and see me. So I'm just like, ugh. So I'm trying my best. I've got on my motherfucking Sunday's best face. I'm like, hi, everybody. Like, hey, I'm fine. People's like, how's your mental health? Are you okay? And I'm in my mind, I'm like, no, bitch, no. Like, I'm not okay. So I'm just like, yes, I'm fine. Like, I'm living, I'm good. This is the most fucking stressful, embarrassing, degrading part of my life. Like, I could, like, every motherfucking day I was forced to deal with this shit. Like, it was just like I couldn't believe that I had given this man this motherfucking power to just, like, I just felt like I was just destroyed in the man. Like, I was really going through, like, I don't know if people, like, in my mind, like, it was just like, I don't even know how I got here. I just felt like I was just living. I don't even know what the fuck. I was just trying to live. So I was like, Mavante, I cried. And I was like, it's time to get back to you. I was like, it's time to self-heal. Like, I'm talking back to all of my friends, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to get, like, the support that I need to, like, heal my heart. Like, I'm still hurting inside. Like, I hate him, but I still love him. And it's like, I'm hurting. Like, I don't know how to get over this. Like, what do I do? Like, he's with somebody else. Like, and they're just throwing it up in my face every day. People still sending this shit to me. I'm like, life goes on. So, I'm just trying to, like, do things to keep myself busy. I'm just trying to focus on my work. I'm just trying to go to the gym, like, get my body back right. You know what I'm saying? I'm, just trying to explore the dating scene again, like, trying to talk to all these different other dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to, have sex with, you know what I'm saying? Everything was just new and weird. I was just like, I'm whatever. So eventually I got better. So that was the best part. Like, 3 months had passed and, eventually God turned me around. I was on top of the motherfucking world. My business started back kicking in. I'd been in the gym. My motherfucking body had got back to my prime. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mind was right. I would start eating healthy, meal prepping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just had a clear mind. I could finally wake up and I could smile. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not worried about him. You know what I'm saying? He's out doing what he's doing. Like, he's happy. Kind of like people had kind of like not forgot about the situation, but it kind of like died down. So it wasn't so big of the talk or whatever. So I was like, okay. So mind you, I'm just in the store one day, just doing what I do best, selling stay ahead. And people start coming in the store. They was like, he's in the mall. He's in the mall. I'm like, who? I'm like, oh. I'm like, they're talking about him. I'm like, oh. So I'm like, what's he doing in the mall? I'm like, this boy is crazy. So I'm just like, let me leave. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to bump into him. So it started happening rapidly. Like, it's like he just kept coming in the mall. So one day he kept walking past my store, and I just happened to see him. I'm just like, So he looks in and he's like basically like smiling, like trying to get my attention. I'm just like, boy. So one day that same day he comes in the store. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, boy, what? So he was just like, hey, you know, I come in peace. I'm just coming. I just want to check on you to see how you doing. It's been a long time, you know. And I'm just like, yeah. He was like, I'm looking at you. He was like, you look good. You know what I'm saying? All this and that. He's like, you know, I miss you. And I'm like, yeah, I miss you too. You know what I'm saying? Like, how's life? You know, how's the wife? You know, he was just like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm just focused on me. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, I just want to apologize for all the stuff that went on. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like that we just want to talk. He was like, can you unblock me so we can, you know, I want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? He's like, it don't have to be like no beef or whatever the case be. So I'm just like, mm, I was like, you right. You know, I got you. Like, you know, I'll think about it. So he was like, well, just if you think about it, you know how to find me. You know, you just text my phone or whatever the case be. So he gives me a hug and he leaves the store. So I'm like, so you um, don't y'all already know what the fuck I did. I said, let me text him. Fuck. Why did I text him? I text him. So in the next part, we had this hour-long conversation, and I recorded the conversation because you know I'm the king of recording. So I'm gonna let y'all hear it, and I'm gonna let y'all hear the stuff that he was telling me. So like when people think like, why did you, I can't make none of this shit up. Like just, I know it might be just drawn out, but just listen to the recording, and it's a lot of things that this man was saying that made so much sense in my mind that I'm just like, like, okay. So go ahead.
That was 22. Let's do 23.
But it's just one of them things where the love's still strong here. I'm gonna tell you something, you still my little baby. Who you fucked up, who you talk to, who you walk with, who you sleep with, that ain't none of my business. Just know at the end of the day, you still my little baby. Still like you. You're a married man, cut it out. You said what? I said you're a married man, cut it out. Well, you better go on somewhere with that. I ain't married, baby. It ain't on paper, so I ain't married. What you talking about? No, but But I'm gonna go get me a new car. I need to. I watch you. I ain't gonna act like I don't. I'll be watching you. I'll be lightly stalking you. I just want to see how you doing. That's it. Well, I'm doing good. Like, you and going out and shit. I'm really burnt out. I never, ever. I went out more than me and you went out combined in 1 week. I'm like, I know. I don't see how you do it. I'm not. The other party. The other party. What do you mean? And this is just party animal. That I'm burnt out. You said the other party. The other party. What do you mean? The other person in this scenario. Oh. Is just party animal, and I'm like, look, like I'm like, look, I'm burnt out. It got so bad. I'm like, look. Okay. I'm gonna keep my comments to myself. I know. Shut up, little boy. I ain't gonna say nothing. Shut up, little boy. Okay. Nah, you my dog, man. Yeah, I tried to hate you. I always do. I tried to. Never fucking worked. Never. Never. I'm like, yeah. I'm doing it.
I was the same thing. I was like,
like today I went down to the waterfront. Like I did. Go ahead. I feel like I ain't gonna lie, it makes me feel bad because the talking is one of my recordings. Like I love that. It gives me my sanity. Okay, when I see you, my baby's like trying to run. I was trying to.
Okay, I can't listen to that part of the smoke detector. Hold on. Okay, and then he gonna get us a breakout. Okay, and then he's gonna get to the break up and all that stuff. But listen, let me see, because child hearing that voice. Oh, hear that voice. Like for real. Okay. Woo! What can I say about this? You got to be careful you get hard to. It can drive you off the cliff. The part that I'm into is that he screwed a woman for his man. Screwed her. And it was getting good. He screwed her again, and he did a better job because I'm assuming his length or whatever is better than him. You know what I'm saying? Even his baby mother have said he wasn't the best compared to him in the bed, right? I think that it's a lot, I would say, but I've said a lot yesterday. I don't want to repeat myself. Is that you try to force something into somebody that can't give you that, right? Number one, he like women and he kind of jealous, but my thing, not kind of jealous, he is jealous because you brought a person in the bedroom. You brought this man in the bedroom for a threesome. Then you wanted money that turns you on. I mean, he will be good as being a boy toy, but you still gotta let him do what he gotta do. You know what I mean? Uh, you can't make him love you. Like you can't. Like, but is I'm gonna be shocked that that Melvante go back with his ex? No, I told you after seeing this video, it's 100% possibility, 100% they gonna be back together because I'm not shocked because I can still see the anger there, I can still see the hurt there, I can still see the triggerness there. I think he's comfortable right now because he's in a hotel, he's struggling, right? And so whenever he goes to the store, hey, I ain't got nowhere to go, I ain't got blah, 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 he start crying, blah, 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 he gonna take him back. I just look at the pattern. Or you could pull a wild card, get somebody with some money, or get somebody with a place, some clout, and all that, then possibly he could be back triggered. But since he don't have a place, this is how this gonna play out. I ain't got a place, ran out of money. I'm gonna go back with him. But I want Melvante to know this. I've said it to the private, I'm gonna say it publicly. You got to deal with him with other women. You just got to deal with it. You just got to deal with that. That ain't gonna change for him. Sorry. You're going to have to share him. It's okay. You won't be the first person to have to share your man. I know plenty of black women that say, but at least he come home. I talked to a person, oh, he was a womanizer. But you know what? He loved me in his own way. At least he came home. The only different thing about him, he going to be bringing home a lot more babies. So all the bank account you got to share him, and you're going to have to be the stepmama or the stepdaddy. That's just how that's going to play out. Because he got out of this apartment. He got kicked out of the baby mama. What I've heard is that he was screwing around with people in the baby mama house. I said, he just can't keep that thing under control. And so the baby mom was like, listen, you switching on me. This is my ping, blah, 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 blah. And so she kicked him out. Now he's in the hotel. That's about a couple of days ago now. Mind you, he could be right in Melvante house. You know what I'm saying? He don't even mind being embarrassed. I mean, clout is clout. Because, you know, I got a shelter, so what, talk your stuff, whatever. So if you don't know what we're talking about, this couple is very popular in Kentucky. This is it went viral there in that city. The radio show talked about it. My DMs, stuff coming up about this couple. And a lot of other stuff I can say, I will not say until it's public. But I will say this, Melvante is still in love with this man. I can tell it. I'm not dumb. I've been in this business too long. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to be back together. Now, what I also will say, and I say this from the heart, I think Melvante, he needed this break. And I think he have a weakness for love. And I think lust. And then you can lust, then you fall in love, right? I think I need to ask him, what is your definition of love? I ask gay people this because sometimes we get lust confused with love. This is for a human thing. They got similar traits, but sometimes we can get that confused. Is it lust or is it love? Or is it a little bit of both? I think it's a lot of lust. And personally, I think he would have been fine with the cheating if he still throwed up the cheeks and gave him great sex. Because when I'm looking at the story, I think it would have been fine. I got to stand on up. Do y'all mind me standing on up for a minute? Or do y'all got to go? Do y'all mind me standing up for a second? But I had to ask y'all permission because I'm getting triggered to stand. If I stand on up, it may be another hour in this show. Because I know all my working people don't mind pressing one because you're at work. You need something to look at. You're at work. I got to stand. I'm so sorry. I don't mean no harm. I got to stand. And the reason why I got to stand and all that, and then somebody donated a great donation. And I don't mind quit. I can't quit right now. And thank y'all for sending the cash out because y'all know we need it. Okay. Give me a second while I prepare myself, while I stand on up. Bear with me. Because I feel like standing. And I love having this show. But I got to say this. Is it love or is it lust? I personally believe if he was throwing that sausage and satisfying him, I think he will ignore the cheating. What made him kind of wake up was the sex was terrible. It was boring. And if he was a professional, and I said it yesterday, if he was a professional homosexual, you know in the code in chapter 3, paragraph 5, that you got to provide for the bag. You got to satisfy them. You got to make sure they is fully satisfied. That's in chapter 5, in paragraph 3. That's in the homosexual code of conduct. That's in the code of conduct. Because this is the brag. You got to make sure he is satisfied. Because he's hold the power and he would use it. Now, he have used his power and skill set at every turn. I have the bag and he will use his power. But he don't mind being submissive. But you got to satisfy me. And he is so ugly in it. If he was really into the man, into a threesome, he wouldn't have. This would be a non-story if another man was involved in the threesome. But you involving women, player. Let me talk to you, Valentino. You have done something I can't even dream of doing this, and you watch a lot of adult entertainment because you have fantasies that you play around. You like the 2 man and a lady, not doing no commentary, if you know what I mean. You like the like 2 men and a lady, and you like to call women bees. That's like a turn on. So, and you do it and screw her. You like that. That is a turn on, and you did it in real life. I just wish I was in the room watching it, okay? Because it is a turn on. I was getting whole hot and bothered. I'm being honest. So you like that, but the problem is when you do a threesome and you're insecure, somebody gonna outdo somebody in the bedroom. Her action, she gonna give it more moaning, and she gave it to this man, a man that was inexperienced with women. Because let me tell you something. This is a prime example. You tap into that natural order, it'll come on out. Who cares that you've been getting in the bread bags? That natural will come out. It's in you. It's in every man desire is to satisfy a woman in the bedroom. It's in it. It could be buried. It could be wigs wearing. Fingernail, it's just buried, but it's inside you. Somebody just didn't bring it out. It just so happened this guy brought a woman and brought it out. It was so good. It was so good that he saw the shift of the connection with the man and woman. He put on his robe and he exited the room. And he continued because it was good. When you're doing something that is natural, you're going to keep doing it. It's in you. Every man that argues, I don't want to deal with women, I can't get with her. Yeah, it ain't the right one. The right one can activate that natural order. Just like that. That's why in certain things you cannot play with. In certain situations you cannot involve yourself with. You may think you're not into it, but don't pick it up. Don't try it. Don't taste it. Don't insert yourself in that. You can but I clearly, after he did it, he know he still like men. This is a reverse that typically got, how can they say that when you got turned out for the coochie. Usually you get turned out by a man, you lose your manhood. It was reverse. He got his manhood. He received his manhood, if that makes sense. You know how you go to prison? Man, he took my manhood. In this particular case, look like he got introduced to the manhood, if that makes sense. It's like a reverse. I usually would be like, oh, you left me for another man. But now, his whole thing when he talked to his homegirls, he can relate to them because they all probably lost their man to another woman, blah, blah, blah. He could have a whole conversation with that. You know. He got his manhood back. But he still know I still like men. But if, I could tell he did it for him and everything. He fell in love. Now, the thing about the car, in the car, you're driving. You're trying to run him down, get into his cash app and all that type of stuff. Well, it's deserve it. Everything that you took from him, you have given this man hundreds of thousands of dollars. The only thing I disagree with Melvante is that if you make an agreement with the client, with the pimp, not with the pimp, or with the trick, what the word to say? With the escort, okay. You got to make sure you do it. But this guy is not a professional escort. You see, if he was one of my hoes, I would have to file him. A good pimp know to train the hoes that you get the money up front because you got some people that won't want to pay you. So if he had to come back to the house, we will have to touch him. We'll have to have a meeting. We have to roughen him up because you don't play around with money. You get the money first or we're going to have some problems. So he's not a professional escort. He ain't a professional. Because if you come to an amount, baby, you bring the money, it better be right here or we going to have some issues. But, so he's not a good homosexual, so stop trying to be one. Just be faithful. You're not a good hoe, because all the hoes I know, they know how to get the money up front. This is coming from a former pimp. I used to pimp back in my day. Anyway, and it's just so funny to me, back to the pimp and whole thing, it's just funny to me how he got turned on once about the $2,500. And I have a weird little fantasy. I like to pay for it because I like the power control dynamic of it. So it is a turn on. It's a turn on for the person. It is a turn on that I can do it. It's some type of pleasure. And it's a power dynamic. They said, but why was he slow not to block him? So I just feel like it was a lot of power dynamics in it. And many people were hitting me up and saying in the comments, they said, Wiley, is this real? I can't believe if this real or not. I believe this is all bunch of fakeness. I don't believe that at all, that it's fake. It is very, very real. Who do you know that will admit getting on their knees? Let me show you an example. Baby, please don't leave me. Please, please don't go. Baby, I love you. Why don't you love me? Jenny, why don't you love me? I love you, Jenny. Who sit there and get on their knees and beg for a homosexual and doing it for a storyline? This ain't no storyline. That part just showed me ain't nowhere in the world I'm going to admit I'm on my knees begging for a homosexual with no job, no credit, no nothing. Ain't nowhere in the world I will admit that. For a storyline. We got to rewrite that. But he said it because it was his truth. And the Bible said the truth shall make you free. You got to tell that truth. You drag this man, told his business, not having nothing, blah, 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 blah. Now you got to tell yours. And that's why I like this series, because not only did he throw him under the bus, he threw himself under the bus. I respect Mel Vontaire about that. He didn't beg for the woman, he begged for him. This man got on his knees and said, baby, why don't you love me, Valentino? The guy with the shoebox got on his knees and begged his man, why don't you love me? Why don't you want to be with me? This is not an uncommon thing. What makes it interesting, I never seen nobody admit it on camera. I've seen plenty of women. Tyrone, I love you, baby. Come on back, baby. I'll pay the bills. Just come on home, baby. I love you. I've been slaying at this stove, making chicken wings, collard greens, baby back ribs. Baby, baby, baby. I've seen plenty of women beg. I've seen plenty of women get on cars. I had an auntie. She bought a new car. She thought her husband was cheating. He wasn't cheating. I want to tell my auntie right now, he wasn't cheating. He was getting high. But in her mind, he thought he was cheating. Your husband was a crackhead. He was getting high, came to Inglewood, get high. He was shooting up. He wasn't even cheating. But she thought he was cheating. She came from all the way from the suburbs, brought my slow cousin. He brought the bricks and brought the beautiful bricks. I said, hello, such and such. Hello. She ordered her son, throw them bricks at his one. And he started throwing them. He started throwing the bricks. So people do weird things for love. People will chase crackheads, brokeheads. If you in love, people do stupid things. I sold my auntie, very educated, got money, owned and operated successful business. Chased my uncle, thought he was cheating. He was getting high. Called my grandmother from church. Woke her out her sleep because she was asleep at church. Woke her up and said, what are y'all doing over there with some women? I said, he wasn't in there with some women. He was not a dog. He was getting high. Anyway, mind my business. Whew, I'm on my knees. I feel powerful. If people beg the Lord for their forgiveness and repent, things will change from the way they be begging for Ping and Badisi. But he begged for that. If most men start begging for a job like that, they'll get some employment. It's hard to say no when somebody on their knees. Do you know how evil? And then when he was on his knees, that man said, that's a turn off. You make me sick. I'm through with you. I won't even screw you. Well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to pay for it? Yeah. $2,500. So he gave the $500. I don't got that much cash, and blah blah blah. He just really wanted it, right? And he put the $500 on the counter, and then he went into character. Oh, this feels so good. This feels so good. Bye bye bye. I mean, it felt good. He got in character. He was turned on. It was amazing, and he really thought this is real love, and it wasn't. And then he snapped out. Okay, where my money? I ain't paying you that $2,500. Wait a minute. I'm not paying you the $2,500. You ain't gonna pay me my 25. You blah 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 blah. And then what makes this story like a Tubi Louisville, Kentucky edition? He got in his car. The guy right there got in his car and said, start texting the woman they did a threesome with. He's crazy, whatever. And then that one made this guy track him down. He put on his clothes. It's really entertaining because I'm sitting here laughing because it's entertaining. And my friend Melvante is in a better place. All right. And as an entertainer myself, I've done some foolish things for love. I mean, I've catfished. So how can I judge him when I probably use one of his many? How can I judge him when I had catfish? So I cannot judge this man. I've catfished somebody before. Okay. Well, just not somebody. Plenty bodies. So there is no judgment. You cannot. I am not going to judge Melvante. Why judge him when I was catfishing straight folks? Help me up. So I cannot judge him because I used to be a professional catfisher. So how can I judge him? You know what I'm saying? And I was sitting here using somebody else's identity. I'm not in no position to judge. I would look like a hypocrite. All right. In my clothes, because I'm hungry, not because I want to close, but because my belly is empty and I want to fill it up with some meat. Okay. I'm glad he shared this part series. I'm honored that he shared it. I'm honored that he's able to have me to share his story. But I also would tell people when you're in a relationship and it's not going right, you need to get out of it. Get out of it before you start ending up in prison. There's plenty people that is sitting in a prison cell because of a relationship. They allow that person to drive them into doing something. It's plenty women, particularly with the women, a lot of women, is sitting in prison because of relationship. This person cheated or a guy came in seeing a woman humping their brother and blah, blah, blah. They have that range and they delete them and they in prison right now because of that. So before you get to that, end it or you will end up in prison or in the grave. Don't allow a human being to drive you to that place. If a person don't want you, leave. Heal so you can receive your king. If you're a queen, so you can receive your king. If you're a king, so you can receive your queen. Stop crying over somebody that don't want you. You can cry for a moment, but dry them tears and move on with your life. If you don't, you're going to be stuck. Just move on. He don't want you. She don't want you. Move on. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, move on. It's time to move on. Some of us is stuck off a relation. You can't move nowhere. You following that man. You looking at that man page right there and say, I don't give a F what Wiley say. I'm going to get my man Pookie back. Pookie don't want you. Move on with your life. But you're still stalking his page. You're still showing up to his restaurant. Let that man work at Amazon. You're still right there. You even got you a job at Amazon because your man, your ex worked there that don't want you. You get your job. And then you making sure you take your lunch break with him. Honey, you need help if you at that Amazon. You know you don't supposed to be working there just to chase a man. After I get through doing all that screaming, you still going to be chasing. There is no judgment. There is no judgment. I cannot judge you. I use the catfish, but I'm not judging. I'm just giving you a message. You can take it or leave it. You can take the message or you can leave it, but I can't judge you because I use the catfish. But I still think it is an unhealthy thing to attach yourself to somebody that don't want you. Move on. It's difficult, but you need to move on. You can do bad by yourself. And if you want to satisfy yourself, you can always go get you you can always get you a little equipment down there. We are living in a technological society. You can go to the store, get you something strong and black or red. They call it a rose, and it will satisfy your life. You will start looking like Oprah Winfrey when she was in there. Touch me on the inside part. You can start looking. You can get that old ugly Oprah look. You ain't got to worry about no man. You got technology now. Screw a man. Get you some technology. And before now, they almost got robots that will be able to satisfy you anyway. You'll be able to get somebody, a system. You want me to satisfy you. Eventually, you're going to have that. So, man, y'all, our time is almost up. Because a lot of them women, they're going to get technology, this company and invest in. It's going to be a whole robot. They're going to know how to lick and lab and all that. It's going to replace man. That's going to happen. I'd rather deal with a robot than to be chasing a no good trifling man. I'm going to sit down. Because at the end of the day, you're going to do what you want to do because you grown. I never was in a relationship that had me chasing, but I will tell this story. Sit down, people. So I'm going to say some names here. Jonte Evans was my ex. Jonte Evans was my ex. And we were dating. And I met him through, he was actually screwing my cousin, Jonathan. I call him my cousin because, you know, we didn't want people to know that we were screwing, but people still thought we were screwing, you know, they didn't care. Like, who screwed their cousin? Some sick people. Anyway, Jonte Evans was my ex. And I was shocked that he wanted to date me because I was cockeyed, you know, walk with a limp, talk back to me. I was insecure. I didn't know my true good looks like I know now, you know. So we started dating and we got in a relationship and it got serious with it. He really, really liked me. And I couldn't be committed. I was that was the time I was in my early 20s. I was screwing with it. I was screwing, just know that. I was getting screwed and screwing. And I told him, I said, yeah, I'm screwing all these people, whatever. And then on his birthday, it was his birthday in August. I will never forget it. He said, you know, it's my birthday. And I said, oh, okay, it's his birthday. So I ran to the store or limped to the store and I purchased The Help, the DVD. The Help just came out on DVD. So I bought him The Help of the DVD because I wanted to sit and watch The Help. So I said, why not buy it? He gonna watch it. I have a DVD player. So he's gonna watch the DVD, The Help, You know, you are kind, you are blessed, you are important. I know he gonna watch that with me in the living room on the futon, and we screwed, right? Or we order entire fiesta for dinner. Anyway, he was pissed. I bought him that or whatever. Didn't care. I bought him like a birthday card. Didn't even put an envelope. Didn't put nothing in it. It was no thought. It was just rush. And then one time, you know, I told him all the people I was cheating on with him. And then that time I moved in Roseland to my apartment. I gave another dude a key or whatever because I wanted to be accepted in the gay community. He was really one of the top gays in the black gay community. So I date him just for clout. And I gave him a key to my apartment. I bought him clothes or whatever. I wanted to be accepted, right? And then he was like, how you give him a key to your apartment? I'm like, it's whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I cheated on this, her. And then I moved back with Jonathan. I cheat. And then I tried to sleep with his best friend because his best friend was a flight attendant. I was like, oh, if I sleep with him, you know, he a flight attendant, I can get the buddy pass, right? I can give him whatever. And then he told on me, whatever. And then I just told him all the people he slept with. Then I said, you know what? He was like, oh, okay, I'm so sorry, baby. I want to marry you. Let's get married. At that time, I wanted to marry him, but I forgot. I told Mondo Monroe I wanted to marry him too. John T. Evans and Mondo Monroe, they was in like a party or some party. And he said, oh, yeah, who you told? Yeah, do you know Wiley? Like, oh, yeah, he be trying. He wanted to marry me. I'm like, oh, John T. was like, oh, he proposed to me. So, because I was talking to Mondo Monroe and Jonte at the same time. I actually had a more connection to Mondo than I did with Jonte. Anyway, so Jonte was pissed. And so he came to Jonathan's house on Jeffrey. I will never forget it. He buzzed. Open up the door. He was crying. Just open up the door. I ain't gonna do nothing to you. I'm just gonna go over here, give you some cupcakes. What I did not. I was so scared. So I said, Tank, do not open that door. He's gonna kick my butt. Because he said he was coming. I didn't even know. How can you get from Blue Island? I believe it was Blue Island, all the way to South Shore. Like, like, what are you doing? Like, he was banging. Like, I said, please don't let none of the neighbors open that door up. Because if them neighbors open that door up, I'm done. And I'm not gonna fight. He's gonna whoop my tail. He's deranged. That's how I'm not no fighter. So Jonathan, like, let me open that door. He just giggling, laughing. No, yeah. So he didn't come over. He go back to the suburbs. I'm like, yes. So then he called whatever. Then the next day he gave me some dessert, and my stupid self ate the dessert, and then we screw or whatever. Then it kind of worked. Like, then he screwed Jonathan, and see, this the thing. I went in Jonathan's Facebook page because I knew the password, I knew the passcode, I knew everything, right? I was fascinated with his life. So I go in there and they're screwed. And then he said something in Facebook. He said, yeah, he give me bad sex. He's terrible in bed. I'm like, oh, wow. I'm terrible? Because at that time I was wearing them condoms from the club. It was like choking me, right? I wasn't wearing the condoms from my right size, if that makes sense. So I said, I was crying. I wasn't really crying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna give him that. I was not crying. I was embarrassed. That's the term. So I just went on Jack. I start whatever. Screw the condom. I'm about to get as much because I used to get Charlie horse. I said, man, I'm gonna start doing like stretches and all that type of stuff. So I just started kissing. Like, I just really started getting into it. I didn't know how to kiss. I started kissing like Celie and when she was kissing Suge Avey. You know, I didn't know all the time. I didn't know. So I went through a whole whatever. I had to train. I had to just to get him back. So then we lose connection, whatever. Maybe about 6 months, 6 or 7 months. I finally was able to go. I went. I had a car at the time, so I drove to his neighborhood. Now, mind you, his mom was like upstairs, and we screwed in the basement. He said, oh my gosh, you gotten so much better in the bedroom. Like, yes, like I got one of the because I could remember his scent, I could remember his lips. I remember, and I really, really studied, and it was good. The reason why the relationship did never work because I tried to sleep with his other friend. I tried to sleep with all his friends or whatever. One looked like a thug or whatever. I wanted him so bad. And that's why it didn't work. So him being in Dallas now, I'm being in Dallas now. We don't talk, but he was screwing. He was trying. Him and Theo was screwing, right? Because he was screwing. So I saw him at, now mind you, Theo is my roommate. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know that me and Jonte was together. He was like, don't tell him that we was together. Don't be telling nobody on your show. Shut up. Or don't, whatever, Wiley. Whatever. You still the same, Wiley. I see your show. I be still watching, still keep my eye on the street. And he gonna be, as a jokester, did you get your Look Him CD yet from PayPal? Don't even try, Wiley. I'm not laughing at your jokes. I'm not playing with you. I said, really? It's like that though? So you gonna talk to my roommate and not talk to me? So it's like that. All right. What you mean? Like you try to ever? I'm like, that's kitty stuff. Like we gotta get over that. I apologize for that on some real stuff. I really apologize. I didn't mean to sleep with your friend or whatever. And we not even friends. Like he don't even have that job on. I said that's cool. I said, do you mind if we like go out, like to like talk, like outside of this environment? No. So I don't like being rejected. So I said, okay, I'm going to catfish him. So Jonathan, oh, wait. Okay, no, because I did catfish Jonathan. This is the other time. Yes. Okay, should I get into the catfishing? Yes, I did catfish. I pretended to be my cousin. He came over, he left. So, but then years later passed, he was dating Theo, or they were screwing. Theo didn't know that me and Jonte was together. Like we dated or whatever. I didn't tell him. I don't care. But when I saw him in the living room, I heard this laugh. His whole aura changed. Like, oh, I'm about to go out and take a cigarette because we don't allow cigarette smoke in the apartment. We love screwing, smoking, whatever, but not cigarette smoke. Anyway, so he outside. I said, this is my moment to talk to him. I'm going to pretend like I'm about to go in my car, just have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Just so we can have this conversation. And I hated the fact that we don't get along. I hated the fact that we weren't together. But, you know, it is what it is. But I'm not mad because when I went to Jonathan, because Jonathan gave me his emails and his Facebook information because he's heavy on drugs. Y'all pray for him. I go into the Facebook. Jonathan was like to Jonathan, oh, yeah, let's smoke. I'm talking to him, to Jonathan, just to see what he on. Oh, let's smoke. And I'm Jonathan. I'm like, smoke what? Let's smoke some Tina. I didn't know what Tina was. I'm like, Tina Turner, smoker? What type of stuff is that? So I go to the Urban Dictionary, like, what smoking Tina? And once I saw what it meant, I said, what? Oh no, I want to party and play, and Tina party and play and all that. So I started Googling this stuff on the Urban Dictionary. I said, oh my gosh, you in the crystal meth too? And then I started doing my research. And I started seeing all of these crystal meth heads, all of his Facebook friends, him connected. One of the meth heads just stole his clothes, took his clothes. He does meth. They was doing meth together or whatever. But Jonte meth, he got the good meth. Because it didn't mess up his mind. He looked like he's on meth, but he's not all the way gone. Jonathan took the bad meth. He took the meth that messed up his mind. It drove him crazy. He started going to the cuckoo house. It messed up his mind. Jonte, the meth batch, he's on the edge. And I told him, like, hey man, you shouldn't be doing this, blah, blah, blah. But it's whatever. But I just feel bad though. I really feel bad for Jonathan because I thought Jonte wasn't on there. And then I found out when I talked with my cousin Jonathan, I said, oh, so you was doing, crystal meth with Jonte? He was like, yeah, we used to do it a lot. He's come downtown, me and Rudy, we always would do it a lot. Like, oh, okay. Now, while you was out there judging me, you was out there on the pipe. I'd rather be a cheater than the crack. Let me go. I'd rather be a cheater than a crackhead. See, this is why I don't like Mel Vante's story, because then I started talking about my stories. And, shout out to Jonte. Shout out to Jonte Evans. I love him. I just feel like crystal meth is an epidemic in our society. But, and that's why I left him alone, because I don't like dealing with meth addicts. Because I would never forget it. We had a beautiful apartment. Like, we had like a two-level apartment, right? So I was on Jack, and I catfished. Did I catfish this person? I think I used I met him through Jonathan because they were screwing upstairs or whatever. And I tried to go out. I went outside, pretend like I'm gonna get some out of my car. I didn't have a car just to connect because this is my moment to. I want to get some too, like have that connection. Oh hey, well, hey, you know, oh your cousin, blah blah blah. Yeah, you know, I play the PS4. You know, we come, you know, smoke. I thought weed, right? I'm just saying it, whatever it take to get me some too, because they had an amazing session. I was outside the door, you know, getting it in, you know, excited. So I want him too. So we go outside, blah, blah, blah. And so maybe about 2-3 days later, he comes back. He said, oh man, I'm gonna have to smoke. I'm like, oh, okay, let's roll up. And so no, I ain't talking about weed. I'm talking about like Tina, like Crystal. I'm like, oh, like do you mind if I do it here? Sure. And I did. I changed my. I'm like, what pipes? This? I said, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I was like, Wendy Williams. No, thank you. Put it back. Put it back. Go downstairs and get fatter. Like it just shipped. I didn't want to do it. Like I didn't want to light it up. I said, oh no, I gotta go, man. My job called me in, and I let him go. And I haven't seen this man since until recently. I saw him on Facebook. He started arguing at the sky. But anyway, it was a mess, and I didn't know that and then when I started researching Jonathan and started seeing how did he get on, he was doing it with him too. I was like, oh my gosh, he was doing it right under my nose. I couldn't see it because I was on my own journey. So I just didn't want to be around that because drugs. I had a friend, mom passed away from drugs. My uncle battled with drugs. My other uncle battled with drugs. So I never wanted to try that lifestyle, right? Thank God I didn't. Because I don't even want to try that. It's rare. I don't even like weed. Like that was dumb. That's why I don't do it now. It's stupid. It just never did anything. It only did for me one time back in Chicago when I got it in. It was the best thing ever. I thought I was hitting note, the best sex ever. That was it. I never could duplicate that. I don't want to do it again. Because I don't need it. I'm lit sober. I don't need to be lit high and drunk. No. But anyway, shout out to y'all. Hey, I'm about to go. Thank God you didn't. Wow. Somebody said not the good map. Say that testimony, sir. I had to say the testimony because doing these story time, I will do it. But the reason why I don't want to go on TikTok and make it really go viral because I will say names. I cannot not do a story time without saying the person's name. You know what I'm saying? And I love Jonathan. I feel like that he was sweet. We had great conversations. I love Mondo. Mondo Monroe. Adorable, attractive. Let me see if I can call him on Facebook. Hold on, y'all. Do y'all want me to keep going or stop? I'm gonna see if I want to call. That's who I wanted to be with. And he was popular in the community too. Let me see. And we haven't talked in a long time. Let me see if he gonna answer. Let me see. Let's see. If he answered, this is great. Say it ain't so you in the building. Hey. Is it? Let's see if he can answer. I just want to see if he gonna answer. And I understand if he don't want to answer. Let me see. Hold on. I thought I had his number. Let me scroll up and see if I have his number. Give me 1 second. Let me scroll up. Let me scroll up. We used to talk a lot. Yeah, I don't have his number. Okay, I was going to bring him on the air. Oh, I probably do got his number. Hold on. Let me see. No, that's Storm Monroe. I don't want to talk to that queen. Why is Storm Monroe number in my phone? I don't want to talk to that queen. Why is Storm Monroe number still in my phone? Let me delete this man number. Child, that closeted queen. I don't want to talk to him. Okay. All right, I'll try another day to call people. All right. Ooh, let's see if we can call Jonte. Ooh, let's see. I don't think he gonna answer. I still got his number. Let's see. Oh, it's turned off. Damn, he had his number for years. Oh man. He ain't got that number no more. That's the Crystal Mouth. He probably got the bad batch. Hello? Hello? You not gonna answer and say nothing? Hello? You know who this is? Can you say something? Hello? Hello? This is your cousin. Just say hello. Hello? Why is this man not saying nothing? Hello? He probably dropped his phone in the water. Oh, okay. Anyway, hold on. Give me a second. Y'all don't mind if we keep going, right? Yeah, y'all all right? We got a bad batch. There's another person on Crystal Mouth. And I'm not judging, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of the girls got on that stuff. Which is sad, you know, which is so sad. Which is so sad. Oh, he okay. Give me a second. Ooh. Let me call him. This somebody I wanted to sleep with, but they wanted Theo. I wanted a threesome, but he didn't want to do the threesome. Let me see if he answered. Okay. Let me call somebody else. When I'm bored, I'll be calling people face. Anyway, y'all, I'm done. You said pretty, keep going. Don't piss me off. How can I keep going? Baby, I'm hungry. How can I keep going? I am so hungry. I haven't eaten none since yesterday. Hello? Oh, yeah, he ain't got his phone. Oh, no. Who is this? Oh. You'll be all right. That burnt chicken ain't going away. Eat some air. Baby, I threw that burnt chicken up. I threw that burnt chicken up. Yes, I did. It was good. I ain't stun you. It was really good. Okay. Oh, God is good all the time. All right, y'all. Thank you all so very much. I'm about to go. I'm about to go to the gym. I'm gonna give me a Subway something. That's how hungry I am because I cannot work out on an empty stomach. Little black boy, you beautiful. Thank you to Melvante for allowing me to share his story. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. I also want to send my love to everybody out there. You said bring my butt back to. Okay, do y'all want me to come back tonight? Let me know in the chat. I need to see about 5 yeses if you want me to come back tonight. Let's go. If you want the Wiley Show to come back on tonight, we got 1 yes. Or 2 yes. Do you want me to come back tonight? Yes, let me know. Ooh, we got a lot of yeses. Y'all want me to come back tonight? Okay. Well, we're coming back live tonight. All right. We will be giving our thoughts. We will be giving our thoughts about TGIF. Probably. It all depends on what they're talking about. I'm gonna have to skip because, baby, I need a drink. Cause the way, let me call my friend, and we got to drink a little bit tonight. Because the way how that thing was a snooze fest, he's off his sabbatical, off his fast. Because I need a drink. I need a whole drink. Like, for real. Hey. What you up to? Oh, okay. I thought you was in the area so we can drink, but it's fine if you're not in the area.
Yeah, let me call you back.
Okay, go ahead. All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Cause I got the drink. He know what all to look at. All right. Let me call my other friend.
Hello.
Hey, I'm live right now. I was just thinking about you when I was live. I was like scrolling down my page and I was thinking about you. How you doing? Oh, you coming to Dallas this weekend? Why not? Oh, because your situation. Yeah, you did tell me about that. So I have to come and see you. Yeah. Are you for real? Are you really for real from the? Oh, okay, cool. So I don't have to get a okay, cool. So I'm gonna have to take a train to come see you, I guess, or a bus. You know. Yeah. I'll come and take a train and a bus to come see you. We haven't seen each other in a long time, so yeah, it's a long time. But nevertheless, we gonna come see each other.
I think like 2020.
Yeah, it's been like 2020. Yeah, 2020.
Yep. So I'm gonna look at my schedule to see if I can come through because I'm about to get off live and we had talk about the logistics. All right, love you. Thank you. Okay. I don't know why I be doing that for y'all. Y'all ain't gonna do that, but judge me. While they trying to get swallowed up. Why y'all to think that? I'm just talking. Why y'all have to think that I'm about to get swallowed up? I hate when y'all do that. You about to get swallowed up. I knew y'all was gonna tell me that. That's why I don't like to get up on here and talk to y'all. Cause y'all be judging me. Y'all be judging a brother. We almost at 35,000 subscribers. I'm excited. We almost had 35,000 subscribers. I was indicted the first time, the second time. That's why the African Americans love me. They said I was almost dealing with discrimination. Listen, let me say this really quickly and I'm done. Donald Trump is funny. Wait, I'm done. But I don't know why Donald Trump is in my head. I don't see anybody but the black people. I know I shouldn't be laughing at it, but this man is funny. He is so funny. I was indicted the first time, the second time. And the African Americans think I'm dealing with discrimination. They felt like I was treated like them. What? This man is so, and let's not even talk about, I don't know. Oh my gosh. So somebody in another country made fun of President Biden. I can't believe, what was that? Can somebody please send me that video? And I'm done. Can somebody please send me that video? Somebody in Italy, like somebody made fun of President Biden. Please, somebody send that to me. Somebody please send me that video. I want to chuckle at that video. They was making fun of President Biden. If someone can please find me that video and DM it to me or text it to me, it was a video making fun of President Biden. Anyway, little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you're enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Thank you all. Peace. Vegas, April 26th to the 28th. For more information, Wiley Show production@gmail.com. Couture Bay, she came in the chat tonight. Y'all show her some love. I can't wait to see that sister in person. Love you all. Bye.